two are getting rough. My mind just sounds like Shia LaBeouf. It says no, 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 no. Just no, 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 no. And every time I see him with you, my heart sounds like Shia LaBeouf too. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to FTIU. Tonight here, I am joined with Eli, the very awesome TO, and the streamer for tonight for FTIU. I'm Lila. How are you doing tonight?
Hi, I was not meant to be here. I'm not prepared at all. I don't know what's going on, but we'll do our best.
We'll do our best indeed. I mean, look, FTIU haven't had a stream for a while. We have our technical difficulties, but we're going to go straight forward into our match already. And we're going to be seeing Jetlag versus Rewind here. And I think, like you said, underprepared. These two teams are very unfamiliar to our eyes too, yes?
Wait, hold on. You picked this match. I thought you knew. You said you want to be biased. Hold on.
Yeah. Well, look, a little bit. I've only heard about Rewind. That's kind of it.
I thought you
Just
knew
a
them,
little
so
bit.
you could, like, can I pick round one?
Yeah, look. Most of the people that we would know are probably going to be making gold bracket too, but we can't be too biased here. So you know, like you said.
We don't want to stream anyone in gold because well, we'll be on later anyway, so we want to get a little bit of screen time.
Yeah,
For bracket.
evidently so. But I really like how Jetlag has their profile pictures. Like I mentioned this before already, before we started, but they have like matching profile pictures, which is I think is so really cute. Yeah, where is it? Again,
Almost. There's one missing.
Yeah, there's one missing. Yeah. Jetlag has the
Throwing.
matching. They're throwing. This is why they will match it later. No.
Talk. I missed.
You can. Here, we'll go talk about the map votes real quick. Yeah, it's gonna be these three. It is play all free as well, everyone, and it's going to be Rainmaker Crab Leg, then followed up with Rebel Ramen Zones and going into Scorch Clan Blitz. Not a big fan of the first map here, but regardless, it's still a very strong map to be playing Rainmaker on. You have checkpoints on top left, you have checkpoints on the bottom right for a fast score, but risk of a higher chance of being stopped at your push. So, very diverse way of pushing, I would say. It's on one of the few Rainmaker maps that does have a better option than most, unlike Undertow, I would say. Huh? Is it comparable to Undertow, Crab Leg Rainmaker? I don't know, because
No,
they
this Crab
both...
Leg's like some ass. This sucks. Once we get anything new next season, we kill this thing.
Anything new?
Literally anything. Undertow is
What
awesome.
else? Undertow is awesome. I mean, the fact that they also removed the uninkable just makes it way better, in my opinion.
Yeah, and they like made the ramp on the right side for short, so you can skirt.
Oh
them.
yeah,
like,
that
most
too.
like you can get really far up the ramp by just rolling. So that's viable. You get a wipeout, you can get in there.
Yeah, I mean, it just really depends on the situation at hand too. I mean, if you're going crab leg as well, if you can just clear that left check first, and you can jump up across for extra point.
Yeah, but it's really awkward push to some creates, and then like, your jump.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna be going right into this already. So let's see what these two are gonna bring up into the table. Anything unique weapon-wise? There's something new. There's something very interesting. Range Blaster and Green Stamper, and Dynamo with Ballpoint on the side of Rewind.
Splatfest
I don't
oh god.
see. Oh, Splatfest T. Oh yeah, we see edit on the Splatfest T. A little unfortunate. You gotta tell them, hey, Fest T, don't forget. Just put it in the announcements, Eli.
Nope. Okay.
Nope. Well.
I gotta say, I really like the Dynamo ballpoint combo. I think it's super cool and works well. I don't know if this is like the map for it. Like, this is a really good splatling map because all the greats, but Dynamo, I'm not super sure about here. But I do like the pick to get it. Super interesting.
Well, they have first advantage right now. They picked up Rainmaker, got some picks, but they're going to be forced out by the Crab Tank on the Green Stamper there, immediately going down. Still relatively holding that space, though. Jetlag has to move up on that Crab if they really want to be able to take that space, as this Peachy's now with the Dynamo crushed in that corner. Oh, they got that kill!
Crushed by Dynamo Roller is not something we see every day. That is...
It was crushed, not splatted?
No, crushed. They rolled over the guy.
You don't want to get crushed on stream when you're fighting against a roller there, that's for sure. But like you said, I really like the picks on the Splatlings under these maps. The grades definitely will help. But Zuka
appears.
And random Zuka plus Dynamo flinging over the Greats will kill them all. And just get that first check right there.
First check in it, and it's not bad at all. But they go 2 down, so it's gonna be kind of hard for them to push in, especially into that Crab and the Zuko. So that's reps.
That is so rough for Rewind there. They did get checked, but yeah, Crab and Zuka there is just going to be clearing them out relatively quick pace at the moment. So it is going to be neutral for both of these teams with that Rainmaker reset. Rewind going to have to build up those specials once again, but they can also just, find a Zuka really quick and then just, like they did before, and just start crushing the opposition with it.
Honestly, I don't think that's that bad for Rewind. They got the checkpoint, and then Jetlag had to expend 2 specials just to get their own top left back. So, like, being able to tank them, then be able to give jumps back in, and take this team fight on the bottom right is pretty good for...
I mean, definitely.
Again?
Look at the. I mean, look, 3 of them jumped 1 person and proceed to be able to clean that up thoroughly. So I would say it is very much in Rewind's favor at the moment. But no, Ant again with that crab is just shutting down everyone. Like they've been pulling it.
Each crushed another guy. They crushed another guy on stream.
They crushed another guy on stream?
Yes, I meant another? Twice, oh my god.
We might have a good Dynamo player in our hands here.
Now, I know I said I like the Dynamo pick, but this is not what I meant. I didn't think they'd be this good.
Mods, crush this guy. That's basically what you said. They heard you, alright? They heard you from across the screen. From the spectator stands. They said, yeah, I like Dynamo pick, and they're just like, crush this guy.
Commentator's blessing.
I mean, for once, you don't get those often, but right now it looks like Jetlag with the special advantage is going to be able to try and push up and paint up more, but they're going to get their shot picked through and still stuck on the middle side of all things right now. Rewind. They did find a Dynamo. Maybe they can have a chance now.
Yeah, I feel like Jetlag's just having a hard time making like aggressive plays. Like they managed to take back whatever space with specials, but then beyond that, they aren't going for fights as much as they really need to be. So Rewind's able to just like capitalize off that, which is gonna be how they start their next push here. It's like,
I really like how Rewind's moving really fast with the Rainmaker and just Turf in general, because they get picks and they get Turf, they just move off of it, right? And now they have the Rainmaker up
in the
podium's places. Nope, almost. The Zuka saved it.
Oh, it's gonna be pretty much a full life. That 3 is kind of insane, especially with 0 points put on the scoreboard for Jetlag. It's kind of scary for them.
I mean, maybe they're still experiencing some jet lag falling behind the pacing, but, maybe they'll get out of it and then start holding forward with that momentum as soon as they get adjusted. Maybe they'll take a 1 game or 2. Maybe Rainmaker is just not their thing.
Okay.
But, that's what they need to find out the double Zuka from Blue Jay, I guess. And that's a third. Is Zedro is gonna not be able to find that pick, and it's gonna be a free check for Jetlag. Okay, commentator's curse, I guess.
I don't know, I think it's a blessing. I want to see something close here. 0 points on the board wasn't really great, but this is their chance. They can make something big here. That's 2.
Oh, that's another 2.
Wait,
40 seconds. That's another 3. That's another 3.
Oh,
Omega!
Omega managed to get the kill, so they buy them a little bit of time. This could be really bad for Rewind here.
Could be really bad too, because 30 seconds, because they have to touch the checkpoint, basically play for KO for this win, right? But Zedro, shot coming from the undergrades, is going to be able to finish up 2. Range Blaster. Blue Jay, is it blue?
Range is goated?
They're going to be able to find it. They do find one. Are they going to be able to hold off this though? That's the thing. They have to stay alive as much as they can right now, but they can't.
They got some jumps in though. This is pretty good. They managed to let their team get back in, but they have to pop it and get the thing. They have 6 seconds out. They can get to it in time.
They can't reach that. It's statistically impossible here. They had a good push back at the end, but the momentum didn't carry through. The undergrades did play their part and just able to shoot them through their feet.
Kind of an insane push. I wasn't sure that they would make it that far, but they brought it back. Like they were like pressed against the wall for the first like 4 minutes, and then that one push got so close.
I mean, hey, it's Rainmaker. You never know what happens, right? It's the most flexible and chaotic mode that you can ever see.
Yeah, but like that's a little bit like to the extreme, you know. It was a really good push by them.
Definitely.
I won't lie, at the start of the game I was a little bit concerned because Rewind got some good picks, but they just didn't move up, and it took them like a second push to get anything in, so I wasn't sure which direction to go. But it was a good showing. It took them, both teams took a while to get like acclimated, but once they did, pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And there's just like one thing I would like to not see, you know? Like just a little bit biased, and maybe I'm like projecting my opinion, but I don't really want to see a pencil going into this Robo Ramen zones.
I think there's a place where you don't want to see a pencil, but here especially it's super good because you stand in the little like, glass wall thing, shoot 5 times, the entire zone's yours. So you can sprinkler onto the bowl, no one can reach it. It's really funny.
The fifth player that's on the zone, you know, always there. Yeah, it's always gonna be there. It's always gonna be the guy that's turfing the zone for you when you're aggressing onto the ramp and stuff. Not to say that there can't be other options. Dynamo can also be a pretty good ledge option too. You know, Edit can also churn on a lot of pain. It's just a matter of fact that, you know, Pencil is gonna outclass both of them in this mid-range fight for the zone.
I don't think we'll be seeing the pencil because we got the like. I don't imagine penciled Dynamo being a combo ever. Maybe they'll play the gold one, Proving Rock. But on the side of that lag, they just didn't have a backline at all. So I don't.
Yeah, definitely. It will be very rough for the Dynamo if they can't have the support paint or just like have the patience to paint it out before they can go up. But that's where the Ed will excel, right? Because they can move while shooting and also cover turf at the same time.
I had a stroke. I have no idea what we said. I'll be real.
Mobility over maybe picks, I guess. I don't know. The weapons are gonna be very evenly matched, I want to say, but maybe Ballpoint has some really good pointers here.
Jet is pretty nice on this map. I do think that Rebound did a really good job of making sure that they had enough paint so that Peach could make the plays they needed to. Rushing them.
Yeah, that left cut into like the glass wall. Is that what it's called? You know, the little left area before the glass onto the ramp.
You're clear. Here's the game though.
There's the game. Maybe they can just demonstrate to us what they're doing, but no, we're gonna see a V Slosher. Is that V Slosher or is that Slosher Deco? It is V Slosher, yeah. It is V
Slosher Deco?
I don't think we've seen a Slosher Deco on any tournament anytime soon, but
no Splatfest
that's the only switch. No Splatfest T indeed. That's good for everyone. But,
a bunch of no one wants to move past some. That's a sprinkler.
That is a sprinkler. That is a sprinkler up there doing their job on their bowl side. You know, keeps the pain, keeps the 52 secured. But we're gonna follow that range blaster to see on the right side if they can cause any pressure. Not much going on, but they do get the flip zone with that pressure that is instilled onto them, finding the 52 as well. But Raggedy now, with the cooler ready to go, can enable their teammates to start pushing in with the fast respawn and movement speed abilities. And they do find 2 picks off of that, but the Inkjet is forced to pop out.
Pretty good for like I'm not sure the Inkjet will be able to do much here. They're gonna have to get a trade, which is I guess the best you could get there because they popped it a little bit late. Jumping out, saving the special little bit. So he's gonna have to be the one to make a retake.
Oh, the retake is happening though. Peaches went off with that Zuka, but unfortunately gets traded out with a double Zuka combo once again. It is gonna be unfortunate for them, but it's still zone kept by Jet Lag with those strikes and letting their teammate move up once again, finding that 1 pick and second. But the Inkjet's gonna be coming out, finds a second onto the zone. It is just a range blaster skirmishing with the Inkjet, getting that AoE kill, free down on the side of Jet Lag. That respawn is gonna be jet lagged.
Oh, I'm stupid. I was thinking like how much charge are they running, and I forgot the cooler was a thing, so they died like halfway through the jet and they came back really quick and
yeah, cooler is a very busted special with that cooler special saving here. You need your daily supplement of juices to be able to get in once again, but it is going to be a neutral trade for both of these teams. Ink Strikes goes into the zone, but unable to cap it, only stalling it out for a little bit. Rewind did get the lead and ticking down from those leading points as well, but the neutral trades going back and forth is going to let Jet Lag able to cap the point, leaving the Edit and Ant on the Slosher being able to hold onto the zone for the moment.
I feel like Jet Lag's struggling right now because the Dynamo and the Ballpoint are pretty hard for them to play into with such a short range comp, so they need to get this range blaster like in and able to play those angles and like table that Inkjet and
they definitely do because they just pincer together. Yeah, they pincered together with the Dynamo on the bottom right side and the shooters went up to mid. They just pincered them and got the kills that they needed. Jet Lag really, like you said, should start pincering with that range blaster to be able to get those combos kills as fast as they can. Because at the moment, these whales are just holding them back and just putting them very far back at the moment.
Maybe a Dynamo moment. But 20 ticks, they gotta go like right now, but they can't move because the Jet's like looking them in the eye. Oh, we can get
Oh, they're gonna
Rewind.
neutralize it. Nobody's gonna be on the zone watching it. It's just Raze at the moment with the Dynamo and Peaches. 4 on the zone with jet lag is gonna be able to paint that out.
Yeah, with 10 seconds left, they managed to get zone back, which will buy them like, a bit time. That penalty points is it's not huge, but it's time to work through. Oh, okay.
Oh, Slosher, you're gonna get 2 and hold on to this, right? They managed to hold off this neutral situation. It's a 1v1 against the Dynamo at the moment. They win again as well. Now they have to back out because of that ball point, but they have strikes now to work off of it too. That free kills might have just gave jet lag the winning play here if they can play this right.
Yeah, but the issue is jet lag. They get these good picks and like take all the space, but they don't move past the zone. Like after or like during those strikes, they gotta like go forward and fight with them because their issue right now is they've like been having difficulties fighting these longer range weapons like the Dynamo and the ballpoint. They can't quite reach them, and those strikes would help them. So this is
Yeah.
it's very. They have the
It's kind
strikes
of like
again.
the same. It's kind of like the same story from last game as well, where they're barely managing to push back mid, but then when they have that one push, they do really well, but just barely managing it as well. And we're to see Rewind 2 down right now, and see if Jetlag can move off of those. There's the strikes going in, letting Blue Jay through with the Zuka. Are they going to be able to find that pick? Unfortunately, unsoundingly not so, but they still have the zone, and if they can push past it, like you said, they might be able to hold on to this lead.
Yeah, 45 seconds left. They managed to make a hold here. This could be pretty. They are pretty much wiped. Everyone's like coming back from spawn a little bit disconnected. It's range has to come up big right now if they want to tank them.
Not that big. They do go down to the Dynamo, trading it even at the moment, but let's see if Blue Jay can do anything about that. Panic Zuka onto the second shot on Zedro is not going to be able to find that pick. Second, dropping
strikes.
in, that range blaster gets a point blank kill, and the strikes now, like you said. Let's see if that cancels the zone. It does, but the paint is going to be quickly paint over by Rewind. One more chance to go. 7 ticks left on the clock, and neutralized once again. 10 seconds left on the clock, and it's
they threw
going to
down.
be Jetlag free down, unable to get that zone in time.
Oh, it's wraps. Jet lag so close at the end. Like they almost could have gotten.
Could have gotten it, yeah. It was pretty close. It was very, very close.
Everyone making a set 2-0, but we do have that third game seeding, so we'll see.
I mean, yeah, don't count them out yet. That definitely was a better showing than Rainmaker on the side of Jetlag. But like you said, they really gotta start pushing up a little bit more with their specials if they really want to be able to get that extra score that Rewind did on their part.
Yeah, in both these games we've seen so far, Chu with Jet is up very far. Like they're able to win these fights and use their specials well. Like they're doing them all the right times. They're just not moving up. Like that one where they strike here. If they up really good ball point, but they strike and the ball point is able to jet and all. So it's just like space and move faster. I mean, it's still
Yeah. Props to the jet player of Raze as well. Rezi? How do you say it? R-E-Z-E. Rezi? Is Rezi?
I don't know.
Rezi?
Goated.
They're
Really
not
getting
they're-
jets.
Yeah, Reze. The Inkjets has been like super good. They've been able to hold on to these high grounds and then AoE around those ledges as well, getting so many crucial picks. So like, it's definitely impressive showing in FTIU right now already.
I feel
Round
like
one.
the Inkjet and the Dynamo comp was really nice. Like the Dynamo is really good consistent chip from each, and then the Inkjet follow up and all those skills are the other way around. And it's just really nice like synergy.
Definitely. You either have the good pairing of painting in for the Dynamo, or you have the pairing of the Dynamo holding space, so you have the jet to go in over them, and then you pencil together. And they've done that multiple times.
You can see a few times they use the Inkjet, and then everyone backs up from the jet because they don't want to die. And then the Dynamo immediately moves up into that space that's created by the jet, so it's like a
Yeah. What's the last map again? It was Clam Blitz, if I remember correctly, and it would be Scorch Gorge. Ooh. This is gonna give Rewind a lot of advantage, I would say. The
this is,
Dynamo plays so strong here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Jet and Dynamo, especially strong here, so Jet that kind of rolled a bad hand with these.
Unfortunately so, yeah, but it is what it is. FTIU moment, but let's see how jet lag is going to come back from this. One game can make a lot of difference in FTIU seating sometimes, and you don't want to count them out just yet, but what we can count out is the longer loading time right now. Let's hope that doesn't happen again, but after patch we will still see
Here we go.
the heavy edit Not heavy edit, the heavy deco for it, and they have no cooler on the side of jet lag right now.
Alright, so will they do that one funny crack and choose thing where you go up to the basket here and then you sit on the wall?
Oh no, that doesn't work. Somebody
not
already
work?
tested it out. It does not work. Nope.
It would have been so funny though.
Nintendo actually is smart enough to make it that it's only when the Kraken ends, the jump that you're given to is the closest floor that's on the wall you climb, not the start of your Kraken. They're actually smart enough to make it like that.
Okay, I really like what's it? Reline Song. This is really good. Like, Tent, Gal, Slosher, all super good at fighting, and then you have, of course, Pencil, you know, super consistent support and backline at once. I think. Okay.
Yeah, the strikes just got themselves in right now, Zedro, but the Kraken is going to force them out, finding 2 from the backside as well. Tent, not able to stop the Kraken, but is going to be able to stall this out just a little bit longer. But Jetlag with a starting score, no, not Jetlag, Rewind with a starting score of 77 here is going to set the standards for how Jetlag needs to be playing.
Yeah, quick score from Rewind. 23 is not like huge points, but to be able to break in that early, it's pretty nice, and they can dent at the score on this map since it's so stally. Like with Scorch, oftentimes you play neutral for a stupid map push. So I think with this map, like Museum, any score is.
Any score is good score. You don't never know that one small leak, like someone crossing grates behind you and then getting a jump on power, is going to end it, because I've had that happen to me so many times. But 3 down on the side of Jet Lag is going to enable Rewind right now to build that power.
They have so many clams.
And get that kill. Yeah, the huge economy, 16, plus the few more baskets, few more clams up on the top there on the snipe. They're going to dunk 2 power clams and trying to pincer that with the jet, but the Stamper, being the hard counter to that Tent sometimes, just is able to counter it. But Omega still trying to find that kill and trade, unable to do so. The basket is gone down, but the extension of score lead has gone down to a 48. Solid 52 points on the board here, Eli.
Yeah, pretty good points. 48's nice. I do think they could extend that push a little bit longer. They made that second power climb, so they were able to like get good burst points, but they weren't able to hold that basket and hold their advantage. So pretty good push to start, but
the newly buffed bubble onto the basket is going to be able to let them score in, but that's going to be, is that going to be consistent enough? Because they don't have the economy right now, Jetlag, to be able to keep scoring. They do find a couple more on the ramp. And the back of it, they do find 2, but they still need to keep this basket extended, and they have to, like you said, push a little bit further ahead if they want to be able to keep the score, but that's going to be free down on the side of Jetlag, leaving the Junior Raggedy alone and getting the wipeout from Omega.
Honestly, pretty good showing. They were passing clams, and they, like, we had someone, I don't know, went back for clams, and they were able to keep that basket open for a pretty long time. Fortunately, Rewind just found the picks they needed to get that space back in front of the basket. It's pretty good.
Yeah, Jetlag right now just has to not let this Tent or the 52 to be able to get in at the moment. Like that said, Ant's going to be able to clear both of them up, actually, and struggle for the side of Rewind now, struggling to get in with those specials with those 2 down. This is going to be a good chance for Rewind to build their economy and just, you know, hold their ground, because retaking mid is a bit of a hassle, but with that zip, that might just change.
Yeah, the Ant comes up big with the Zipcast. Unfortunately, not finding any picks, but they cause a lot of like space so that the teams can move up. Follow up with the Zuka in a very specific spot.
They did find a pencil. They did find a pencil. They did find 2 more. And that's going to be almost a nearly wipeout, because Peaches now is going to get...
throwing clams at the guy.
Guys, my clamp's going to do something. Watch. But yeah, that clamps did do something. They're going to pass all their teammates with those clams. Ooh, but they're 1 clam away. Hold on. Is the... Heavy gonna be able to get it in? Yes, they do. They find 2 more in. That's gonna be a lead swap from Jetlag. 1 minute on the clock at the moment. The Rewind can still come back from this though.
Yeah, it's a very slim lead, but to get the lead this late in the game is pretty good. Like at this point, they just play hard defense and call the game.
Yeah, hard defense is all you need for the side of Jetlag, and it's not like they don't have that too. They have Kraken to stall it out, they have Zip to go behind them, and you also have a bubble to tank any damage with the newly buff as well. You're not gonna be able to shred it as fast as they can. I mean, none of the weapons on the side of Rewind is going to be able to kill them unless you have strikes, which they have built up now, but looking like Jetlag is going to start retaking this mid slowly but surely, trying to pincer this Tent, going alone on the grates is not going to serve that too well for them. 30 seconds left on the clock. It is Jetlag with that Zuka, holding even more pressure onto mid.
About was scary. 10 seconds left. It's like, one has to get push going. They're using that strikes is a good start, and having the Tent move up in the strikes is perfect. They're losing control, like space in front of their basket. This could be really bad.
That's 2.
Oh,
that's free.
And it's clutched so hard.
No, and with the Zipcaster is unable to do so, that lead swap is happened, and the overtime meter just came in as soon as that basket was broken as well. So that's gonna be rewind carefully at the end, taking game free.
Oh, I pressed the button too early. Okay, whatever. Scary, very, very scary for Rewind. Like, they did not move up perfectly, which, by the way, they like popped out of the strikes with a punch shot.
Yeah, look
scary.
at that.
They could have lost that really. It was not,
Yeah.
it was not very far off.
Like, definitely not very far off. Those special coordinations with that Ted shield just gave them the perfect opportunity to just move in and get that score down at the end. So, props to Rewind, keeping that calm and control.
And props to Jetlag as well. Like, they were playing really well. They didn't move up. Their main issue is that they weren't moving forward very much, but they had the mechanics, so they had the skills, the coordination. They just needed to capitalize off this. So, like, a few little small amendments and they'll be able to perform a lot better next time.
Yeah, definitely. That will be round one concluded, and we're gonna take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna have round two up very soon, and we're gonna see you in a bit.
welcome from the Ink Up week. Oh my god. 53, I missed one. We have a good set coming up for you. We have... Huh? Rise and Shine and something happened.
Rise and Shine and Kenzaru's.
Okay, Rise and Shine and Kenzaru. Yep,
Yes. Here, while Eli is selling off the jet lag problems in the head of theirs, we're gonna look into the round 2 here. A little bit awkward. Something happened. There you go. That's right. Hey.
Okay.
There it is. Rise and Shine and Kenzaru.
I'm better.
Yeah. Beat the system thing. Beat the what's it called? Beat the I don't know what to say. There's an allegation to be set there that you've beaten, but I don't know what allegations, and I can't beat the non-stuttering speaking allegations right now. All right. Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
My god. You got nothing? Yeah. No. I mean, okay. Well, you know anyone? You know any like small info about both of these teams or not?
No, I know very literally nothing. Shmeeb is related to competitive. Like I know that Rise and Shine has the best logo I've ever seen. Shmeeb is a streamer. I don't know much past that. I think Oze is IPL. It's the same. But
yeah?
I don't know anything about their. I gambled. So I hope this gets set.
Yeah, let's hope this is it. Well, currently, Rise and Shine has gotten a 2-0, I believe, over not 2-0, 3-0 over or 2-1 over Painted Knights in the last round, and Kenzaru's have gotten 1-2 against Deep Sea Metro Surfers. So currently, we can expect some pretty even matching at the moment, seeing as none of these games were a 3-0 or 0-3 at the moment. So we could see some very intense gameplay.
Could be close. I'm excited to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Game footage go.
Game footage go. Ooh, we're in already. Oh yeah, it's Barnacle Zones. No pencil of curse, please. Yes, Stringer. Ooh,
Bows?
Stringer.
Bows? Not
No
nice.
pencil.
Oh my god.
Rapid Prodeco.
Oh
my god.
Oh my god.
There's no festies. No, there is a festie. Ambird. No.
You. See you.
Oh wait, I think I did. Wait, didn't I play against? Oh wait, no, I did scrim them against. I did scrim against Reichenstein for subbing in for someone. Yesterday. They were pretty fun to play against. Yeah, they were pretty fun to play against. They really were fun to play against. Yeah, maybe. I didn't see the team logo. That's probably why. I did team tag.
Oh.
But you know, Stringer and Rangemaster, very interesting combos here. You're gonna see.
Yeah, I really like the rapid. I think it's a really good like anti like it plays well into like every backline ever.
Oh, it definitely is. I mean, heavy edit here is going to be fair showing as well, because if the edit can't get those 4 shots down, you have a rapid chipping them once and they're going to be dead in the sea immediately. But Sheep now with the Zuka positioned on the top right, wanting to pop that onto the Zuka, trying to get a pick, but unfortunately so, only getting painted floors at the moment, because now they're going to have to follow up with some other specials to try and get in. There's that cooler getting ready to go, but still unable to take that zone. Amber with that whale is going to try and push that forward even further, but they've used free specials now to hold on to mid. Are they going to be actually able to take the zone this time around? Yes, they do.
Yeah, Rising Chinese comp is like very... Oh, okay. I'll stop talking.
You know, that's unfortunate for them. Afro getting 2 kills on 1 Zuka.
Zuka Glad's so unfortunate and unpleasant Zuka appears.
Reactable special.
Reactable special.
Yeah, but...
What I was saying for Rise and Shine is like their comp is very focused on like fighting, because they don't have specials that can force retake. Like I guess Zuka, but if you miss the shot, then you miss. Like the range blaster has to be like painted in, and you have to go off of like kills you get or like chip damage from the fizzies and sure. So 100%. It's really rely on the players doing everything perfectly. So that's stressful.
That's definitely stressful. I mean, unless you have the whale to guarantee some form of damage onto your enemies, you're not going to be able to displace or shoot them in order to secure a kill. Because like you said, these weapons are very player dependent. But there is those 2 specials going in. Are they going to be able to find anything with the Zuka? Unfortunately, not so. But 10 ticks left on the point, and 2 down, 3 down now is not going to look right on Rise and Shine at the moment, going 100-0 in the first 3 minutes here.
Yeah, a really strong showing by Tenzurus. They like as a giant out. To be fair, it's like unless oh my god, Blaster on Rise of China, unless they do everything perfectly. Hard for Rise of China to move in because the range is the one weapon that can move in and get picks on. It's like tough matchup.
Tough matchup indeed. But like for Kenzarus, you have very strong like chipping combos with that rapid as well, and like you said, it is gonna be very tough for Kenzarus. Kenzarus took the game, didn't he?
Yeah, Kenzurus took.
Oh, okay, no, I'm just reading the thing very wrong. But yeah, that range blaster, I think it's gonna be very much their key player if they're able to get some chips onto it and they're able to follow up, you know?
Well, we're wrong because they have a 1 million player roster, so the person that they are subbing out for this next round is the range blaster. So they're gonna have that stringer player and the shot player and trainer go, and they've subbed in Sakura, who I don't know.
Sakura, I think I remember correctly. I played them against in the Seattle LAN battle, which wink wink was a very awesome LAN event. Even though it was the very first messy one, we did get through. They are a brush player, I believe.
Yes.
Look, it was even. It's longer than 7, but we don't talk about that.
I heard you had to like play half the tournament like online because it couldn't get finished in time before the venue closed.
There was a lot of technical difficulties, but you know, we got through it. I had a lot of fun. But yeah, Sakura is a very determined brush player. And if I recall correctly from what I played yesterday, they did do double whale at one point with Stringer and Vanilla Brush, if that serves my brain correct when I remembered, which is very obnoxious.
Choice. I think the brush being able to draw attention away from Try and the shot will be nice because Rise and Shine had a hard time moving in, and like unless they're getting the picks, they weren't able to ground. So I think having the brush, such a mobile weapon, sneak past and take away their attention can allow the other two like fight capable weapons to
100%. But what are they going to be moving on into, Eli? I forgot about the map. Yeah, Rainmaker Undertale, the newly reworked one. Hey, everyone's having a good reception of this map, and like you said, if we're gonna see some action onto both of those sides, it would be nice. But it's gonna be Squeezer, and it is that double whale comp mentioned before. They played this exact comp yesterday, I believe, actually. Oh, Festy. Oops. They forgot about Festy.
I really like Enzuru's comp. It's so good.
Enzuru has a lot going for it. Yeah, I mean, look, you have Squeezer, you have Shot, you have Zap, and you have Rapid. You're gonna combo everyone, and let's see if they're gonna be able to just do that exactly at the moment. They did find a Tri-Slosher already on the side of Rise and Shine. That's not gonna be cooler for them, and that brush is
grab and go
down as well. They can, but they're gonna have to be wary of a sweep here. There you go. They got it. They got those 3 picks and they'll cooler up. So now they're gonna get this very strong push here on the side. But that missed.
Oh, that's another 2 down.
A little. Oops.
Alright, so they got that whale in the cooler, so this is their chance to retake. Like stop the push here because that unequal's gone now. So if they get wiped here, it's really.
It is very scary for them. The Ink Strike is gonna find Ozo on that Tri-Slosher once again, and Smeep is gonna be able to kill that Rainmaker, taking that space, but at the moment, it doesn't look like Rise and Shine has a lot of momentum riding through, but they do now with that whale going onto Afro to that Squeezer. Are they going to be able to move off of that with that second whale, trying to find even more space? Unfortunately, so getting traded out by that Squeezer at the moment, just holding them back, spacing them out at this point.
Rise and Shine able to defend that left side area, so really good not letting them get.
Really good.
Like 53 is, it's like they like tickled past the checkpoints, whatever.
Oh. But Eli, tell me something.
Behind them.
Oh wait, no, hold on before you tell me something. Look at Sephiroth behind, trying to get these picks. They're gonna find one, they're gonna find 2. Are they gonna be able to whale and find the 3rd and the 4th? Both are challenging them and contesting at the moment, but that whale isn't gonna be able to assist them to get those kills. However, this means Rise and Shine has the space and time to play with at the moment.
Oh, an unpleasant suction bomb appears. Oh, it's pretty much a full live streams the last one. Managing to give some jumps.
Oh, but they find one. Oh, never mind.
Again.
Nah. Yeah, I mean
Sakura's-
those two picks is gonna put a really rough dent into Rising Shine's defense again, but Sakura on that brush is going crazy at the moment, getting two, popping whale again, but gets shut down by Squeezer immediately.
Yes, Sakura jumping back in and managing to get 2 picks. Really good showing by them. Like, this is what I meant, being able to go behind them and distract them, and then when they don't give, like,
TNT is
skirmishing-
gonna explode. TNT is gonna explode.
Run into
if
teammate,
they-
it'd be really funny.
Yeah, do it. Run into the check. Go. Oh my. Did they explode because of
No.
the? No, they just died. Yeah, they just died.
2 more seconds, it would have been hilarious. Okay, so this is now Rising Shine's turn to push. Squeezer just got the Zuko, see if it's any. Okay. That's
Oh! That is a double once again from Suka. A triple now. They didn't count the
good
shots.
quad. There we go.
But yep, there it is. There's the jump in quad from Sakura. Afro's gonna be able to clear this out and hold mid. But tell me something, Eli. Look at the weapon ranges on the side of Kensuru. They basically outrange everyone on the other side of Russia's side.
Yeah, this is what I really like. Like, their 2 primary slayers, or their primary slayer, the Squeezer, like, is able to check everyone. And then the Sport of the Rapid and the 2 shooters with bombs, it's like, it's really hard to push into. Like,
Definitely very hard.
Rising Shine's comp lacks a special to, like, force their way in, like, Crab, that... I guess they have Zuka, but it's like, Zuka is lottery, so...
Oh, Zuka is a
difficult.
lottery, but it isn't a lottery when you have that Tri-Slosher getting those picks for you, but that is 2 down on the left side when Sakura and someone else was trying to push up on the left here. Amber now being able to find that pick with the Rainmaker, but that Strikes is going to push them back just a little bit.
Oh, it's
actually finding 2 picks on the side of Kensaru's. Rising Shine might have a chance to get that Rainmaker point.
So to get
It's
that
just
Squeezer.
Afro. It's just Afro. They have to get them out. They do get them out, and they do get the checkpoint here.
It's gonna be huge. If they manage to pop and just run forward, they can get this lead. Oh, you get stopped by the whale.
They do run it by 1 point, 56 to 55, but they're still gonna have to try and find it free down now on the side of Rising Shine with 50 seconds left on the clock. If Kensaru's really wanted to, they can stall this out with the remaining timer on that Rainmaker.
Yeah, this is really scary. Because they got that checkpoint broken, they need to get that Rainmaker. Like, they should probably just jump up at them. Like, getting picked right now and going down here would be really scary. That's 2 down. Rising Shine doing exactly what they need to.
That's their cooler player and the strongest Slayer that they've gone. If they just run to the right side as well, that's basically
Grab and
3
go.
points for them. Grab and go if you could
the
right
fish,
now.
get
You have
the
2
fish.
down. We get Yuzuka out of the way. On the left
Okay,
side,
this
3
works-
pushed
this
up.
works
That's
too.
3 down. That works.
Okay,
They're
they're
gonna
gonna
be
get the
able to
lead
get
here
it up.
Yeah, there we go.
There it
They're
is.
good-
the
oh, that's a
bombs
lot
and
of points.
everything to
Oh.
come in. Oh my goodness.
16 is an insane number.
You
to
don't
beat.
get that with the old
No.
floor. You don't get that with the old floor.
No.
But it is
Kensaru has a
Kensaru.
huge hill to climb to get this lead here. It's only 1 minute in overtime as well. This is gonna be scary.
1 minute to do or
Sakura
die
goaded?
at this point.
God.
Sakura trading with Octoshot. That's gonna be able to find some space, but they kind of do
too
lack they do lack the squeezer that just went down. So they're gonna have to be very careful right now. But that's over half of the time gone. 30 seconds for Perry here to try and go up, and you don't want to die to those stringer explosions plus those Visi bombs. They have LDE, I believe, and so they can just keep chipping away at you until you die. And with that whale, that's gonna prove to be very devastating
Oh,
for
the Zuka
Petri
too.
and the Zuka. Oh my goodness!
Rising Shine play out
What?
literally everything they had and managed to stop them.
All 3
Oh my God.
offensive specials onto the Rainmaker. 2 whales and a Zuka. That was Vietnam for Kensaru's there.
But,
Well, look, you got everything thrown at you in every direction, and you can't really avoid it with that tight amount. So what else is there for Kensaru's to do at that point?
I'm gonna move on from that one. Rising
But-
Shine, thumbs up, good play.
Good play indeed, yeah.
Really, like, shout out to Sakura. Sakura was in there getting all the kills they needed. Like, obviously they weren't caring, but they were doing exactly what they needed to, taking away the intention. So, like, hold on, there's something left. Oh, there's something out.
They swapping players again?
Yeah, they have a billion players on their roster. There's something out Oze, who's their Evo.
They might find something else that should be more useful as a cooler, I assume? Did they play a... No, they played Tri-Slosher for cooler in first game, so they might have a Zap.
Being in living in 96 Innova Squeezer play. So interesting. Maybe someone else will. Maybe Shmi stop from shock to zap, or maybe the stringer will stop from pencil. See.
We'll definitely see. I mean, look, it's ship-shaped tower control. There's a lot of snowball that can happen on this map, regardless of if you're having a good special or not, because the map is just very open sometimes, and is very prone to just Azuka being able to just clear out all the space that you need. So
yeah, Azuka top right is super strong, so that's the like one point you need to hold to defend your like. There's one checkpoint in this map that matters, and it's the last. Like anything before that, I think it's kind of negligible because games are decided on that third, how much you clear. Like, the only Azuka top right is super so.
Yeah.
I do think Pincerest has a bit of an upper hand here because that rapid inherently is super nice in tower, and having like first try strikes just guarantees you like be able to stop a push.
Yeah. Like strikes on this map, particularly too, just outside of the tower, you can just take either plat or the top left side of the hill relatively at ease without anyone. On top of the rapid, you have basically the most coverage on those high and low grounds whenever you need, however you need. Right?
Yeah. Super versatile comp and especially good for this mode, so I'd be shocked if they made anything change here.
But I'm just really interested to see how Rise and Shine is gonna come out from this. So let's see if their player swaps are gonna be able to do some stuff here. That is a very interesting way of responding in their aggression with a range blaster coming back out once again, and they're gonna have no cooler on this right now.
I see the vision because, well, depends on what Dino's running, because I was thinking if you run 2 QR Slayers, you might as well just not run. I mean, you should slay, but if you run 2 QR Slayers, then you could live with that because you already have that innate core. Shmeep just got 2. That's 3 down. That's gonna be an easy first checkpoint.
Yeah,
God.
Dino was just poking on that top left side the entire time, so that just prevented the shot and the others from taking that top left side, and then Shmeep just was able to move up onto the left with that free picks and that whale on top of it, and now those jumps are going back in on the tower, and there Stebo is going to come in, but that strikes from Afro is going to be able to stall this out just a little bit longer here, Eli.
Oh, they had that happen. Like the edge of the strikes like barely tickled Ember, and Ember went down there.
Probably poetry. Poetry? With the rapid?
Yeah. I don't know if something happened. That's 3 down on Res and Shine, so this is Enzo's turn to push. Oh my god.
Is threatened to push, and Netsuka on that bridge was scary sight to see. You saw 2 players lined up there, and the last thing you want in this defense is to go down to Azuka at the same time, but they're gonna get this check with relative ease here with those strikes and that whale securing them out, but it is a blaster duel at the moment on the mid court side, but Dynamo opting to dip out and trying to fight for the left pit here, unable to do so. Now it is free reign for Kenzaru's here to go through this checkpoint at the moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say that they used their tri-strikes a little bit early and they could have extended their push, but they have another set of strikes. They need to on the tower though. Right at the time.
Oh! Smeeb on that Zuka though, getting that kill onto the bucket. It's gonna be able to hold this down for a 2-down situation for the side of Kenzaru's. Rise and Shine now painting mid to try and space once again, but they're opting to play off this whale and trying to take that top left as early as possible, but they're still stuck at the moment. They're still stuck at mid.
We got that whale ready and made the wave breaker spell. Unpleasant Zuka finds one onto it, which is going to be fortunate because they won't be able to get the push going.
Oh, ineffectively indeed, but Kenzaru's did just go 2 down and 3 down now. Rise and Shine has a chance now with those picks. If they can keep those momentum up and build their specials as soon as they can and trying to get the Zuka, they can relatively clear those space that they need as the rapid gets chipped and sparked away, but the flank is invisible to the side of Rise and Shine. They're not. They're going to be able to trade it out and still keep this push momentum going. Still Rise and Shine.
Oh, 7 points. If they tap the tower right now, I believe. They said dance in tower
30,
for
29! 29! Smeeb! Unable to touch that tower to be able to get that lead. 29 to 28. That's rough to see.
Okay, this is what I mean by this is where games are decided, and also the tri-strikes being so good because they could just stop that push in tracks at any given moment. So it's just going to be really hard for them to push past that checkpoint.
it's gonna be really hard to push past that checkpoint indeed without those specials, because without those strikes, you're not gonna be able to move and clear those space. But we're gonna watch Visible now getting a pick on Dynamo, still behind them, trying to get those kills, but traded out by Shmeeb and the Sakura on Rush. Now still holding on to mid, but they have Cooler and coming back relatively quick at the moment, because Afro now gets a pick, and they still have Zuka ready to go because of Cooler right now that against Arus.
Yeah, minute and a half left. It's just kind of neutral right now. Like, you see Dino try to poke, and you see Afro and P on the bottom left trying to poke us all. Everyone's just like trying to find some kind of opening, and that might start with the whale here.
That whale starts to move people around for the side of Rise and Shine. They do find two on the right side of that map here. And now with the stringer on the tower, Dino is going to be able to freely do as they please onto their side of the map. Crouching below, just barely being painted out. And now with that wave breaker, they have a lot more space. They did find one on the top right on the stringer, I believe, just now. This is going to be able to let them take the lead. Two down on the side of Kensarus.
This is looking
really good. They do get lead.
By 1 point. Oh, it's another 3 down. They can break the checkpoint.
That's free. That checkpoint is going to get broken down here. And with the top right side of Sakura being able to hold this out, they might just get the KO here if they play it right. The whale gets one. The second whale comes out. They're going to be able to clear some more space. Really Power gets wiped out.
Dino got a triple in 1 shot.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, Rise and Shine. Holy snowball.
Wow. That whale and one-shot combo, I don't think I would see that happen as perfectly as that would have happened. We can look it back. We can look it back on that replay, right? Let's go see what happened with Dino on that one-shot here. Because look, the first whale comes out, gets that first pick already, and that second rail coming from Sakura is gonna just start poking at everyone. And just far enough, Dino gets one-shot free kills there. Oh. Wow.
I don't think you can ask for better chip from your teammates than that. Oh my god.
You can't, right? I mean, they're aside from their weapons, either a bomb could have done it, but the whale was perfect. You have global range, you have global targeting, you could just track whatever you need, and it's a tower. Everyone's gonna be concise there.
I'm looking through the stats. They had 13 whales in that game, and then on Undertow they had 14 whales.
Oh my goodness!
I would cry if I was backline playing against that. It wasn't real.
It really doesn't. Unpleasant line of sounds traveling at your direction, forcing you to move.
Okay,
But it is Rise and Shine taking that set though.
Yeah, so that is also going to be us. Smoothest of all time. Break before it's long. So
Goodbye. Hi, welcome back. We're here, FTIU 50 free, I believe, and then we're gonna be starting round 3 very soon by our streamer, our TO, once again, lovely, Elemento. Hi, we're gonna be having Crow Streak versus Glow Squids.
Glow Streak's good. This is my 3rd time commentating them. What's up?
Really?
I like them a lot. Milk, Barry and the Roller.
Roller gameplay is gonna be fun. Oh, they have their main weapon, well, technically buffed because of level, right?
They play the crack on it.
They play crack on. Okay, very interesting. For
Yeah,
all
it was-
modes?
I don't know. It was the Clams pick last time because we streamed Clams Inc. a lot, which is our first map as well. Now that Cheese is gone, we'll see how it goes, but they were very consistent with Cheese, so we'll see.
The pressure with cheese. Now that the
Yeah, but,
cheese
like,
is gone.
They like pumped out like 7 Krakens, and every single time they had one, they would just have a ball ready. They'd just keep going. Like the enemy team they were fighting, and they like just could not move back in. So
That does not sound pleasant, but
no, but
maybe
they were also getting really good picks on the roller. They're not
Mhm.
just Cheese.
That's good to know. I mean, look, if you have a competent roller player that can let you can get in and get
Yeah.
all those picks for you and do the job, then you're doing your job right.
Milk does also play
Uh.
Carbon. I remember they played it really well on Museum something. I think it was Rainmaker. So
Yeah.
interesting to see. They're just a very good Slayer. I know they also play Luga. I forget, but Luga.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be strong enough for them to. I mean, not strong enough. It's gonna be a good map mode for them to go onto this because if they do roller, it's gonna be strong. But they're not playing
Where'd it go?
roller. They're
52, hold
they're
on.
playing 52, and there's 3 buckets in
Holy
one
meta.
match at the moment. There's 3
You,
buckets in one
name
match.
Jame.
There is.
I see you. Me too. I see you. I'm James.
Object shredder as well on Ed. Interesting, but there's 3 buckets in one match right now. Eli.
Yeah, I think this is really good. Bucket's super nice to fight with on Inkblot, playing around all these corners and ledges. Yeah, Rosewitz is one of the comps of all time, double Zuko strikes, super
Yes.
and
Well, let's
really
go.
no notes. Terrific.
Let's go see how Glowswit's gonna be going in on it. Well, because they have the cooler ready and that strike. Ahmed with Bazooka ready as well. Finds 1 with that nice flick. Finds 2 with that follow. And is to the addict. Now they just have to push this in and get the kill and get the ball in. They do find
Collins
another one. Are they going to be able to find another one? No, they're not going to be able to, but the ball does go in and down to a 62 already within the first minute.
Wait, hold on. Didn't Will win FCA with Chrome? Okay.
Ooh. Anyways.
Something happened. Zuko ready for Cross Shake, so this is their chance to move back in.
Yeah, this is their chance to move back in, definitely. 62 points, not 62, 38 points on the board for Glow Squids here. Does sound very promising because Kill Streak is going to have to work for it.
Scary.
A Squid surge into a Zuka.
Okay.
Able to find 2 on that machine. And now having to chase this pencil all by themselves. But the machine from the left side is going to have to say something about that. And they do find that pincer onto the 52 as well. A retake successfully done by Glow Squids.
Yeah, Machine getting a little bit like overconfident, a little bit greedy, went too far up for that fucking pincer, which opened up the, oh my god.
Oh, but not too greedy now because both of these teams are just fighting each other with all their might and just trying to get these picks as fast as they can. How did they not die to that bomb onto that wall there?
I feel like Koski's just like unable to find an entry in. As soon as they like get a kill, they just go down and then it puts back in neutral. And Koski's has been finding out more success.
Oh
with
my
Zuko's and
goodness.
such.
Yeah, because
by
as
one
soon
point.
as maybe the dualies here of Orlo is just trying their best to hold on to their knives, buying them time, but they're gonna jump back out, saving that crap. Maybe that helps them hold, but
It's
they
just
still
that,
have the economy. Krill has economy, and Glow Squids doesn't right now, so that buys them a little bit of time. Never mind, they do have economy.
Yeah, it's about even. They're just throwing the power climb around. I do think that was the pity. Not sure. Yeah.
Yeah, that is their pretty clam.
So they have a good amount of time to push. They have the cooler and the crab as well, and 2 picks. I like it's.
Oh.
See if the Zuko managed to stop the push. They don't. So this is gonna,
No. This is a very good opportunity for Mart for Dunkton. That first clam, 20 scores on the board. They have like 10 clams here to be able to score in. And Camo is going to find one pick with it, finds two with the follow-up, and is going to be able to let their team to score even more clams. That was it, right? Yeah, that's it. Mart is the last person left onto mid, and that is a lead flip of 47 in contrast to 38 at the moment.
I heard the sound effect of someone getting hit by Mart's curling bomb. I just wanted that.
Calling bomb crush kill could have happened on stream, but now Comet with that aggressive Zuka going on to flat finds the double hit AoE box and now crunching into their ledges, trying to find the kills and unable to do so, forced back out by the other machine on the side of Crow Squids. But now this looks like a very promising pincer coming from the side of Glow Squids, trying to push up.
Oh, it's two.
And the Zuka and the Third, maybe. Yes, they do find a Third here, Starmie.
That pick from oh my god, the Neoshin on Glow Squids onto Mart was super good because they were building that cooler. They were pretty close to having it, and taking them down right before they were able to drop it means you get so much more. Oh, this would be good.
Yeah. So much more momentum, but they just need one clam to build that power. They do, and they dunk two balls. They dunk two balls into the basket there. Two power clams. Okay. Use the term very incorrect. It's okay. They're gonna be able to get back in, right? Pro Streaks have a ball ready, have a power clam ready.
Yeah, they have enough times to get the lead right here. They just need to find an opening, which could be that crab tank, which they
Hops in immediately as well, but they just have to find a pick with that power clam, with the crab if they want to be able to. Not power clam, they're not going to be able to splat anyone with the power clam with the crab, but they didn't. Still in a neutral state, and the machine went down as well, and that's their closest special as an offense as well. So Zuka from the side of
second Zuka.
They're unable to find that pick, but they still have the power climb for overtime. So 20 seconds left for Crow Streak at the moment to try and work something here. Every second counts. Here comes that overtime. And Camo is going to be able to find that one hit on the Stormy, but trades out.
That was a really good trade by Stormy there. That Zuka could have been disastrous. Oh, it's just our life. Our let's run for it, but they go down too. There's like 5 seconds left. That's gonna go to.
That is going to be a game for Glow Squids there in a very, very close lead flip at that one point where they had two power claims being dunked in at the same time.
Head empty, no thoughts does. I haven't seen Crow Streak play without the roller at all before, and I don't know.
Not seeing a roller definitely hurts a little bit in the heart, doesn't it?
Well, no, like I ain't personal. I've seen this one, but the roller was super consistent with picks, and then whenever they died, someone on the dually, the Gluga dualies, instead of the regular dualies, so it was clean up the super cool. See, I'm wondering if they'll try something. I mean, more experiment because a head machine dually. It's like it's backless, but it is pretty standard. I can see the founder.
Yeah. But this pick here, like you said, on that game, just cancels out their Zuka, and getting that pick just now also deviates their full control back on plat and don't have to worry about that flank to the tree side. So that's just it. It's trying to run it, not gonna do too much. That overtime hurts. That 20 seconds is not a lot of time.
Yeah, any trade when you're in advantage is pretty nice. There's a guy dancing around me in the lobby. Yeah, any. We went 17-1 apparently.
I think it's
War. I think it's the
War. Pencil.
Probably.
Pencil gaming.
What was I saying?
Roller.
Roller?
Yes.
I finished that. It was like they were very consistent picks and like they were able to find openings, but he was like a good slayer, but it's not exactly the same. Like or hits different.
Yeah. Humpback, I think they should bring it back out. They really should bring it back out.
Yeah, this is like the carbon map for all time. If there's ever a time to play carbon, that would be.
Definitely. You got Zuka, you got burst bombs, and the fast kill to time with that carbon as well. And you get so much ledges just to like play around in Shark as well. So you just steer clear from the shooters. But then again, didn't Glow Squids do double bucket just now?
Which should also be really clear. So
yeah,
I mean they have the textbook. Can't really go wrong with it. any map anywhere. I guess like there's, but
You're gonna, I mean, yeah, granted for them too. And if they do like V machine as well, that's an extra fizzy bomb for you to throw down the checkpoint after it's broken, and you can just hold that straight line through. But I want to say those dualies are gonna be pretty important too, because those crabs and the extra mobility around the will give them a little bit of it.
range blaster.
Ooh.
It's not. Oh, carbon. There we go.
There it
Good thing.
is.
Shoot
There's
'em.
that carbon. But a range blaster certainly is an interesting choice going into this because it is a very big torrential map, and if they can't conserve their paint on the side of glow squids, that range blaster will struggle.
Yeah, Slosher isn't exactly a painter, so it's up to the shot to play very sportively and up to the pen. Okay.
Oh!
I'll just run at them and oh my god, they're taking so much space ahead of the thing.
Oh my goodness. They got that popped and was like, hey, free paint, free space. We're gonna
they're
take
gonna
that
walk right in the
immediately.
Oh, go.
Yeah, they
go.
do find one. There it is. There's that one pick.
Oh,
But
Zuka.
2 down now for the side of
Zuka on the flank. Hold on, what happened?
It was Zuka from their side. No, they were on the top left
This
flank.
guy's still
Camo.
here. Hold on. Is he huge?
Yeah. They might if they
Oh,
keep
Rebecca
keep
resets.
this pressure up. Unfortunately, that reset though. Campbell doesn't find the picks there, and although hold the pressure, the mid of
so
everything looks like, yeah. Crow Streak is gonna get wiped out here at the moment. Glow Squids is gonna be able to take this first checkpoint with relative ease at this point with those strikes holding them back. Right now, Crow Streak looking like a very, very
There we go.
position that doesn't look too well because Milk on that carbon dives in and doesn't trade anybody at the full moment.
2 down.
50 points, that's free. It's gonna be huge for Glow
This is big
Squids
points
here.
right here.
Really, going up all the way. Milk was the only one there to be able to stop it. Down to a 14 remaining, and now Glow Squid still has a chance to just run it up. They do actually run it up
Oh
and
my
dunk
God.
it in already.
Holy snowball. I was gonna talk about how Glow Squids use all their specials. They use the strikes and the Zuka like at the start of that push, and it'd be hard for them to maintain it, but they just shot him. So
That
dribbling.
that is very rough for them because you saw how fast Glow Squids, no, not Glow Squids, Crow Streak did at the start with that pop, but afterwards they kind of just started staggering very often. Very separate plays and ideas that they were going for. Granted, they did stop the Rainmaker here, but it doesn't look like they had much of a conserving force here because they don't have anything to arc over Ledge to try and kill them as fast as they have to drop it down.
And dropping down is super committal, so they were just dealt with that hand. Like once they lost the elbow area, the choke, whatever, like that straight line, it was
Definitely. And that's 2 games for Glow Squids, and that's going to be the set towards them. But there's still a game for you to consider, and we're going to be playing Ship Cargo Tower again.
Are we? Might have fucked it up. I can't see
Ooh.
that. What's that?
Huh?
It's Mako. I forgot to update it.
Hey, Mako Tower. I'm not going to be too surprised if I see Double Slasher coming out again.
No, I'm not range bust. Range.
Pretty good indeed. You don't do too much. Not do too much. There's not a lot of like super biased matchups on Mako because you have so much stacks and areas. And then you
Mako
have
is like the one map where you can play whatever you want and shot.
yeah. You got torrential support, you got good high ground, you got good low grounds, and you got pretty decent areas for you to play with. And the sideways, not the sideways. What do you call the place that's on the far right after breakfast? Oh, the
Statements made by the
alley.
utterly deranged breakfast and freezer and aisle. So,
What do you
I
call?
know left, right, and up.
Wow, left, right, and up, down. Got you. All
That's all
right.
I need.
Well, that's all we need to know where they're going because Glow Squid's up 2 going into game 3 now. Double Bucket's gonna come back out once again from Crow Streak. No more Range Blaster, and it's gonna be the V Roller coming from Milk.
There we go. So I've been waiting to see.
Nicely done, nicely done. That's Thermal Ink on Heavy Edit.
Hooks. Never mind.
Again?
2 down already. Really good opening. 3 down. Okay.
And 3 down. And that's a wipe.
Well,
That's a very quick start coming from Glow Squids.
you could not ask for a better opening from Glow Squids.
And now that perfect duo of one on the tower and
Okay.
your AoE on the left, and Comet, that Zuka is
Curling,
gonna be
no
able
way.
to find.
On
Oh
stream.
no!
I'm so sorry.
Curling bomb death on stream. That's unfortunate, but that opening is gonna be able to secure them even further.
I
But
genuinely
with
think
that
they're the best
straight,
player in the world. Sorry.
yeah. No
Oh, the
worries.
crab's so far up. Oh, what is that? Arlo trying to make a
They
distraction.
still got away. I mean, look, they got free players to go down on that side, and they almost had someone trying to trade that out. So,
Yeah, I
it,
think
it is a well effort. It's a well
yeah,
effort.
I think it's good skirmishing. Like, spending the crab is like usually where you want to like jump up before you use the crab, but making them all follow you into that corner so that your entire team can move back up and paint up mid is pretty good.
Very good indeed, but we're gonna see Milk trying to get up onto that stack. So Cooler, unfortunately, being but he finds an alternate route, maybe to the left, to see if anyone's gonna sneak by. There's actually the Slosher and Stormy on the right, already watching, and Milk perched up with that bubble is gonna be able to find one, tries to find the second that they spotted out. It's the Slosher, but they're not gonna be able to do so. But still, it's still looking like a very good advantage for Glow Squids at the moment.
Yeah, it's pretty neutral right now. Both oh my god, both teams just use all their specials, so it's just gonna be a lot of fighting. Let's see if Milk can clutch up and give the advantage. This team,
Maybe
they're
they
just gonna
can,
choose to back up.
maybe they can't, but Glow Squids just now just have their cooler popped, so most of their players that just died are gonna have the cooler effect.
That's
and
a
now
really
that crab
aggressive crab.
on
Oh
the
my god,
tower.
they got
Ooh, I'm glad that crab didn't pop out when the suction bomb exploded, because if they did, they could have died to that. But struggling to get this checkpoint, down to 3 points left. Glow Squid's not gonna be able to lose that checkpoint. It is Crow Streak still trying to push that first checkpoint into dear life, as those strikes coming from Glow Squids, pushing them even further back, and it's just the Milk on the bottom left side there, holding their own.
Yeah, Crow Streak's having an especially hard time playing into this like backline, because on Humpback and Inkblot it was a little bit like whatever, because they had such limited sight lines where they can't be as impressive as they are now, but the pencil can just see everywhere, shoot everything, so they need to aim that Azuka, aim that crab, like throw everything at the pencil so that they can move up. But
Definitely. And speaking of those Zukas coming from Stormy on tower, trying to clear out the left side, they were unable to do so, and still in a neutral stance, going into 45 points. Never mind that Zuka's going to be able to find that first pick onto the stacks, trading them out, but still, Milk on the chase to try and find a pick, but unable to do so here. Glow Squid still has that man advantage, and Comet trying to get that life of theirs, but unable to do so, getting killed by that edit.
Emma's on the flank. It's
Are
3.
they going to be able to get it? They do. They find 2 players down on Glow Squids now. Killstreak has a chance here.
Okay, this is really big because they got that
Really
Azuka. They had the Azuka this time. They can take care of the pencil and actually move past the checkpoint if they can land the shot.
Oh, what happened on the right? Down off of the side there. Someone cleaned them up on the flank. It was Killer Cat on the Slosher.
Unfortunately, not able to get this checkpoint this time. He just sitting at... Wait, did they? No. 76
No.
points, so they're gonna have to break that again. Gotta get the crab on tower or get the Zuka, like, get the pencil dead in advance so that they can...
Oh
things moving.
my. While that's happening, Killer Cat was just holding on to their stacks for the longest time and still avoiding Milk, but ultimately finally gets the kill down, and we watch as that Slosher with no strikes in that last minute here. If they can find
Oh,
another
that
pick,
should've killed.
they find one. They found one shot. That's one less Zuka having to worry about.
Okay,
And they pop
this
their
has
own,
gotta
and
be
they got
checkpoint.
their Penso. They have to break this now. Free specials are down, and free people breaking
used-
that checkpoint. They do.
They used every single special super early. That double could have been saved for the second checkpoint, so this will be a little bit scary. They don't have anyone in the tower, and they have people watching the tower.
Oh
So,
no.
they'll streak using every single special at once. Scary.
It is scary indeed, but Milk is here to trade them out, trying to suppress that Zuka, but they're going to try
This would be
and flank
big.
here. If they can follow through and get those picks, they don't
Oh, it's gonna be
find
really big.
Milk is going to be able to bubble and trying to hold that space, but they
Oh,
get traded out
Zuka.
by the Pento. 2 down on the side of Glow Squids. This is looking
they can make
really
it.
good for them. They have Zuka, they have Tower ready, but they have to watch out for Killer. Killer goes down, free down on the side of Glow Squids. Cool Streak might just have this lead if they can just hold on to it. Someone has to stay on that tower. Not all of you. One of you only needs to be, and only Mark.
Oh my
Everyone-
god!
They get the lead! They do find that lead!
Arlo manages to stay on, like, past the grave and taps the tower for that extra point, so she gets that last game in groups round 3. Holy shit.
Okay, that was surprising. That was way too close for comfort for both of these teams to be able to pull that off.
That ain't right. How'd they do that?
Like, look, 10 seconds left on the clock. Free dead on the side of Glow Squids. Cooler popped out, and there is free players active on the tower. That one bomb was long enough for Stormy to reconvene those players and let their team go in, but they got the kills at the end, just not enough by like a couple seconds. Just a couple seconds. If they had another bomb, like how Stormy just did, that would not have worked, but they made it work, Crowstreak.
Stormy said in Twitch chat that they couldn't see through the flying paint, and they couldn't finish the kill.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That's raps.
Well, you still got the set, and taking 2 games off of Crowstreak, you got the set going into brackets. And that will be us off of the mic, I believe, right?
Nope. One more.
No? One more? Okay, we're gonna have
Wait,
one more
do we?
winners
Yeah,
round, are
yeah,
we?
one more.
Alright, one more winners round for us on the microphone here.
Oh, I just realized
Yeah.
my mic isn't going through half the time. I might be stupid.
I can hear you clearly, I don't know about Twitch
No,
now.
because I have a different gate on OBS.
Unfortunate.
Okay.
Unfortunate.
We need to go make brackets. Goodbye.
Alright, goodbye. We'll see you in a bit.
You're gonna break my heart. You're gonna tear it apart. No matter what you do, I'll still be there for you. And when you call my name, I won't be far away. No matter where you go, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll You're gonna break my heart. You're gonna tear it apart. No matter what you do, I'll still be there for you.
Hi, we're here in gold bracket now. Yay! I'm here with
What?
Eli again, with FTIU gold bracket now, and first match of the brackets, we're gonna have Rebels for Reba, if I read that correctly this time. Reba. Rebels for Reba, and Starboard.
I thought I knew Starboard, but I'm looking to people and I don't actually.
Who on Starboards?
No, I thought this was like capsize Starboard, but no.
No, doesn't seem too familiar. Let me go look real quick. No, I don't remember. I don't think I know anybody on the team. Yeah.
They made gold, so they earned it. I only know about this team.
Rebels for Rhea. Reba? I can't say that last word correctly. It's Rebels for Reba? Reba? Not Reba.
Yeah.
Why do I say Reba? Reba. Okay. I'll correct myself. Probably.
I'm pretty sure person's name.
Ah, I see. Um, but more
Oh,
interestingly,
it is not play altered. Hold on. Wait.
Yep. Yeah, we're in brackets now. We have
Dang.
to settle this quick and fast.
Check.
Magic. Turn it into best of 3. There you go. Nice. Yeah, first team to take 2 games wins the set, moves on to the bracket. And the others, well, you lose, you go home, essentially.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a game 3 here unless like it's super dominant because Barnacle and Rainmaker Scorcher are both maps where like it's really hard to get a push in, and then once it goes, like it's kind of anyone's game. Because with Scorch, you just like run down the ramp and stack, however, and then Clam's Barnacle is just very neutral heavy. It's kind of one and done for a push.
Yeah, I mean, Climb Sparnacle, you're gonna be fighting for that plat a lot of the times, and when you're done fighting for plat, you're gonna into their base. If you have that setup done, you're gonna be good. But we're gonna see free shooters and a dynamo on the side of and Wiper. Interesting. Haven't seen that in a while. On no festies, we did it.
They would never do that in gold bracket. This is like the upper echelon of FTIU. They would never reverse this.
Yeah. But very interestingly to say so, I think Ripple Spore Reba has a really strong going for them.
Yeah, it's an interesting comp. Shot is like, it's pretty good aggro. It struggles into things like Bucket and Viper, but Shot is Shot. It's very strong fight with stuff. Like a junior bringing out a lot of bombs will also be really annoying, and making sure that you take control no matter what. Like they have 3 shooters in Dynamo. It's kind of hard to lose control. So.
Oh, but they're gonna lose control on their plat now with no. They're gonna have that hammer go in and pick out that dynamo and a shot. But with those strikes from Beep going in, we're gonna see if they can get this first ball in. The bomb getting a kill, but that trade going down, 2 down for each sides at the moment. But they do have Cooler coming back fast to the side of Starboard at the moment, and looks like Shade is gonna
1 second off.
so close. It was just a little bit off from throwing that climb for score.
Yeah, but look at the amount of clamps that Starboard has. That is 15 clamps. They are a little bit stacked. Well, I guess they're losing some. But they are completely controlled the clamp.
Yeah, definitely. And they still have 10 and a power clamp working for them, so that means Starboard still has the special charge passive bonus to work with. But they have a lot of fighting going on in mid, getting a trade out with the Junior and the Wiper, still having a net positive on the side for Leaf because they have that cooler ready, and the strikes are coming out. Coming in with those coolers as well. That build up on those specials is going to be very important. Junior take a left flight here. Not the most strong fights of all, but those strikes are going to come back out and trying to stall out Starboard on this push as much as they can. And that hammer is just going to make life a lot harder for Rebels Korea right now.
Rebels Korea has so many like bombs. They've got the double bomb junior, and then they got the suction bomb. Like it's so easy to trip up and walk into them. So like
it's a minefield basically, yeah. And seeing as how these maps are really open, not a lot of ledges, as those bombs is pretty easy to throw across and just pretty easy to land where it needs it.
Alright, this has got to be a score for them, surely.
This has to. Bumblebee free on the left, getting 1 score in. That's 80. Down onto the board, down to 77. They still have several more clams to work with at the moment. Rai has to start putting this in. Zuka unable to find a pick at the moment, but the top left here looking a little compromised for the side of Starboard as the pincer comes in and wipe 3 out for the side of Starboard. Rebel Sariba is going to be able to take back their plat and end their score at 50. A pretty solid score, I would say.
Yeah, previously it was like this map was the most crack and cheeseable thing ever besides Crab Leg, but now it's like any push is pretty big. It's so hard to get a push going and even harder to sustain push on this map, so 50 is really strong.
It definitely is, but Shades with the hammer canceling out that Bubble's value all over now. But It is going to be a couple of picks going on the side of Plat at the moment. Shade's still trying to find some more space and that area going in, but the cooler ready for the juice, ready for the fast movement. We'll see if they can capitalize off this. The aggression has been toned down on the side of Shades. The Dynamo unable to get a couple of damage on it, and the pincer going from Rebels for Reba is going to be able to find one finds two, but trading each other out in even numbers at this point, and they weren't cooler buffs, so Starboard there just had a net positive trade at the moment. Finding a Zuka kill as well. Oh my goodness.
Do you think Kia going for the kill on the pencil and trading there was really nice because they were able to take down all the special charge, meaning that it's going to take a while for Starboard to get cooler again. That being said, they do have 2 power climbs. They're going to really big
The penalty points just basically didn't exist there because it was just 25. 2 power clamps is equal to math. You're going to be down to 35 points already, and that penalty points coming back out is only going to be 21 power clam worth. So if they want to keep getting scores, they can, but that bomb is just going to stop all the progress from Rebels and Reba at the moment to try and retake this.
Reba also didn't pick up their previous pity climb, so they lost out on a free 20 points that they could have gotten, and with 20 seconds left, they they need any little climb that they can get. Like, they don't have much combo. Barnacle isn't a map where you can like go back and collect super easily.
They really have a lot of clams for the side of Starboards. 2 power clams and a little bit even more. But the slosher, not the slosher, the shot comes in and sweeps 2 kills. Overtime is going to be for Rebels or Reba. But 20 seconds, remember, not a lot of time. And you don't want to be dying to these stray bombs. This is going to be throwing out at this point because Starboard just playing it safe. Spamming bombs, spamming torpedoes, spamming strikes now. And ending that bubble. Trying to get those picks onto the plat, but like unable to now. Yeah, 5 seconds. And that's going to be a wipeout for Rebels or Reba.
Yeah, really dominant first game from Starboard. Reba just couldn't.
Yeah, it was really difficult. Like, although they had like such a very like strong, like what is it, passive, aggressive comp for Rebels or Reba, they don't have like the aggression from the Slosher and the Wiper that they just had in terms of entry.
Yeah, shot's like a good weapon, obviously, but it's still a short-range shooter, so there are mid-lines that can check it very easily, like Wiper and Slosher, which means every single like fight that they had to take was an uphill one because it's just like the Slosher can walk backwards, Sliper can walk backwards, and what can do about it.
Yeah.
A little difficult. So,
It's like you said, the only really strong part about that was the amounts of bombs that they could throw out. But even then, that wasn't able to net them much because we saw a lot of the times Rebels or Reba themselves were also walking into a bunch of stray bombs coming from the Slosher as well, which was unfortunate.
TLC edition.
LTC edition, yes, LTC edition.
No, on TLC, someone
A TLC? What is TLC?
doesn't. I do
Scorch Reigns though.
think some adapt it's Reba because they were having trouble aggressive, and they were having trouble because the pencil like affects everything in this game. The Dynamo especially is unable to play against the, they might need to bomb to my mouth, switch to a second shot, or switch up the backline.
I do say though, Scorch Gorge, although mid is still very relatively like dominated, when you get past that though, when you get past first check, most of the times the pencil will be either a little bit too far away to be able to hit you, or
sorry, I thought this was Clam Scorch. Dynamo could be good here because pushing down that ramp and holding the top right would be super nice. So the Dynamo has to play aggressively. They were playing like aggressively this time.
Yeah, because for Barnacle and Dime, right, they had this open area and high legend bit for them to just shoot over. Like we saw multiple times the Dynamo had to out because the pencil was just staring at them. That was enough for them to back up. But Scorch Gorge, maybe not the same case. They can play much more aggressive here if they really need to. And the mid has a little bit of cover. Not a lot, but they have a little bit of cover.
Barnacle's so flat. It was like perfect with pencil and was like not the best Dynamo ever, but this might be.
No changes. No changes either for both of these teams. Let's go see how they're going to duke it out. And if my predictions were correct, I would hope to see Rebels or Reba able to take this pop at the start here. Looking like
a lot of bombs. Surely. Yeah, there we go.
There it is. They do get that pop. Starboard already knows this. They were painting for specials already in their base. That early strikes did come out. However, none of the players are playing into it because Starboard is already hanging back. They know that Rebels Ariba had that ping control at the start, but they opted to play more passively at the start here, Eli.
Yeah, the strikes came out really early, but the thing with strikes is like they themselves are not the most like strong thing ever. It's being able to clear that space for that little bit of time and having someone like run up through it and appear in that space and claim that space with strikes. They were unable to do that, so they just kind of like cleared them out, which is the best step to do. So we'll see if they're able to coordinate better with this.
Yeah, we can see that Dynamo trying to aggress onto that ramp to hold it, but unfortunately jumped by 3 players on the side of starboard, carrying that fish and Rainmaker onto the checkpoint with 3 down. It's just Saf on that junior, unable to go trade it down. Rai almost dying to the Flings of vertical flick, not Flings, Dynamo vertical flick, and still holding onto the pop here for starboard.
Oh, they were there. I wasn't sure. Zuka.
Oh, Zuka and the Dynamo getting a trade out, running the Rainmaker, trying to go for more points. They do find 1 point, but it is going to be a reset for the side of starboard. Unfortunately for Rebels Ariba, they have Cooler, so those trades might have been a little bit too risky for the side of Rebels Ariba at the moment, but looking like they have a lot of space, they have a lot of specials to take ramp and mid-whiff, but unfortunately do go down to the shot of Rai at the moment.
It's like, we're so strong because it allows for you to take these like stupid fights, and when you're in advantage you trade, and like it means nothing because you basically have a second life, so like playing into cooler and trading is so really strong.
Yeah, they really got to. Rebels Ariba is gonna have a after of the time here. I just finds a down his staff on the bubble, able to pop it down and stall it out just a little bit longer. And look at how much pressure this one bubble is just able to create. They can't destroy it because none of them had the longest range here to be able to hit the weak parts, and they don't have the DPS to destroy the shield as well. That's enough for them to regroup, but now 2 down. Rai able to go in,
really
find the third. This is good. This is good for starboard. They find the third, they found the fourth. They just have to get the Rainmaker down, and they went all the way up to 7 remaining here for starboard. Huge push.
7 is a little bit crazy. It's I don't know how you can beat that. You gotta get wipe after wipe after wipe, especially into a cooler comp. And like B on this until last game drop 7 coolers. Like they're gonna have the up the entire game pretty much.
Yeah, for the side of Rebels Ariba right now, they really gotta start dropping their coolers, start pushing up with that cooler as well, because now cooler effect is on the side of Rebels Ariba, but a little bit late for them, as now the hammer is just gonna walk right into that cooler. And now the court is Shades to tangle with Saf and able to get the kill onto them as well. Beep on that Rainmaker. Gonna wait a little bit here from those strikes and still trying to get those points because Rai on the left there just able to get those picks for them to clear that court once again. They're just holding them back really right now. In a minute, this is not a spot you want starboard to be in if you're in Rebels Reba's position.
Yeah, and starboard doesn't even need to push. They can just hold this Rainmaker up here.
Yeah,
like,
look.
like realistically, they should go into the pit, and then it's like even more awkward. But this is also good. They're just sitting up here and putting the Rainmaker this super awkward spot. It's impossible for people's pushing. So.
Yeah, definitely. So Reaper has to find something here, but those 17 seconds left on Beep, and like you said, they're just going to go into the pit now. They're just going to use this place to stall. On the side
if they kill him here, that'd be.
Oh no, that's not that great for them.
Yeah, killing the guy in pit is exactly what they want, because now the Rainmaker's in this awkward spot. If you pop it, then you have to push up this ramp that they can easily watch, and this guy is up here with the hammer. It's gonna be really good.
Oh, there it is. There's the hammer getting one. Good shot for seconds
special.
left. But they did function. They did get some picks, but it is going to be Rainmaker down already. Eco on the Dynamo getting a trade, but this does not look good for Rebels Ariba. 20 seconds is not a lot of time. They could get that Rainmaker unpopped, unchecked, and just stall out this last 20 seconds here. Reba has to find some sort of a miracle against this hammer and strike combo that they have. They want to make this out. The T-Tech does go down. The shot does go down. This is way too grim for the side of now that Bubbles last-ditch effort to try and push up here. Saf unable to find that kill, and that's going to be it. So Reba Starboard is going to be able to take that second game dominantly with beautiful fashion.
Yeah, like, honestly, Masterclass, like, they pushed perfectly, and then when they needed, like, they got such a good push, they realized, I don't need to do any of that anymore. They put it in the most awkward spot possible. So it was just super difficult to push out of. So really well done, though.
Yeah, I mean, they played their matchup correctly, they played their weapons correctly, and just manipulated the range advantage that they had on that Slosher and Wipe, and just ultimately probably won out on the comp already before match even started, I want to say.
I don't think it's like a win at weapon select because you can't really like double shot isn't something that you lose with just because you picked it. It's like it's something they could definitely win with. It's just difficult, and we're taking a bunch of like uphill battles because every single weapon that they had to fight besides the shot was like one that had a winning matchup against them.
Yeah, but ultimately, still, it was pretty rough for Rebels for Reaper for time. Yeah.
Alright,
But
so this is bracket, so that is best of that. It will be the end of the set, and we go Starburst. They will move on to the quarterfinal.
yeah. And then that will be us as well. Eli is going to be to stream out the rest of the matches, and I will be tossing the microphone here to I'm at 6 coming up, right, Eli?
Played this last night. Yes.
Mm?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm at 6.
Yeah, exciting to see them commentate as well. So yeah, well, do we plug you in, Eli? Let's plug you in. Where can we?
My Twitter's on screen. I don't really have any soon. May 4th, something big.
Ooh.
I don't have anything else though. And
Okay.
then, oh no, I lied. There'll be an announcement perhaps on the Link stream from me. Look out for well, Link gets more views and everyone that's watching here. I think probably. I don't need to plug it
Probably.
in.
Yeah. You can just find me on Twitter on the screen as well. Just under. I'm not. Might just be.
You cut out.
I might just. Yeah, Discord doesn't like me, but anyways, just find me on the handle on screen. Like.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to From the Ink Up, week 53. I am Miss Pixie 6. You can call me 6. And here with me today, I have IMAD Gamer II. Say hello, IMAD.
Hello. It's actually pronounced I'm Gamer the second.
No one says that, though.
Looks like we're gonna be having Tower Control on Mako Mart first. Also, I should introduce the teams we're gonna be viewing. It's Return of the Wi-Fi Problem versus Hyperzone.
Yes.
And this is round 2 of Gold Bracket.
Is it? Yes. Okay. Round 2 of Gold Bracket. Woo!
This is your top cut, your top seed, your top 16, all the tops.
Yes. Then after this is semis and then finals. So this is an important one to win, I feel.
Yeah, at this point, like if you lose here, you're donezo. You get knocked out. So this is for all the marbles
All the marbles so far.
so far. Until not next week, the week after. You can try again.
That's true. But there's only one From the Ink Up week 53.
That
So
is true. This is for the week 53. Then you just gotta settle for week 54. But anyway.
that's how numbers work. They sure do. Anyway, Tower Control on Mako Mart. How do you feel about that, IMAD?
That's true. We did learn it's pronounced Mako Mart after the Mako Shark. I've always pronounced it Mako Mart.
Yeah.
I think I will still keep pronouncing it Mako Mart just out of habit.
You can. You'll be wrong.
I will be wrong, and proudly wrong. But this one's interesting. It's just Mako Mart in general. It's very interesting because you have that dynamic. And I feel like I talk about this a lot. Just that it's a very well balanced map, and so Tower Control is not the most favorite of modes. Well, for some of them might be, but because of just how that tower path goes, is gonna be, I don't know. It's like you can either get like just a wide sweep, or we're gonna be stuck in that first checkpoint for most of the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say the choke points here are critical because there's so much space for the opposite team to be on higher ground to look down at the tower, and it's really hard to get past that. It's hard to take on enemies that are above you.
Especially if they're chaining their specials well. Like you basically just pop a special and then you have to step off a tower and then they can push forward with that.
True, with all the Zuka meta and all the sodas, you just keep coming back and then blowing people off of the tower, and then they come back and then you do it again.
Honestly, if you can get to the second checkpoint, you're in a pretty good spot. Getting past the second checkpoint, oh, you're golden. So I feel like that's really the only way you can get a solid lead in this map mode is just like trying to get past that first checkpoint, because it is incredibly difficult. But like it's gonna be, I feel like at this stage right now, it's gonna be pretty back and forth. Like it is the top 10. This is like where all the teams have fought to get to, and so
True. They're going to be good teams. They've made it this far, they're going to be good. Would you say that first checkpoint is harder to pass than second checkpoint, or would you say second checkpoint is harder?
That's a difficult question. I feel like they're about equal, but if you're getting to the second checkpoint, you have a lot of momentum behind you. It's like trying to get to that second checkpoint after it's been reset that makes it more difficult, I feel like. Because then, like you're letting your momentum shift away and the other team's got time to regroup and all that. But I feel like um they're about the same. Is like they're about the same in difficulty, I feel like.
Gotcha. See, I feel like as a player, as a competitive Splatooner myself, that first checkpoint is way harder than the second one because I feel like once you've built up that momentum from the first one, it's so easy to cap the second one.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it is in a much less advantageous spot for the person trying to cap the tower, it's just once you've figured out the strategy to get the first one, you've got it figured out for the second one.
That's true. I feel like another factor is just like the locations that you want to take hold of to get those checkpoints. When you're taking on that first checkpoint, you don't have really access to that defensive ledge that they have. And it's not until you get past that first checkpoint you're able to hop off the tower up into that ledge, and then you have a lot of defensive pressure for getting to the second checkpoint.
That's true. You have more control of the map after the first one. So
And then the other one, the key, two of the key places for a cross modes is just those two stacks, and you really don't put a lot of focus on the right stack when you're going for that first checkpoint. You have someone there just by default because the enemy team's going to be coming from that direction, but like you're kind of having to split your team on watching that ledge and also watching that right stack.
gotcha. And you say that would happen less once you got the first checkpoint?
Yeah, once you have that second checkpoint, you can consolidate all your resources to in the middle of the map.
That's fair. That's fair.
I do know that crab was pretty prevalent on this map mode as well for a while. It's a little bit more fluctuating, especially with the Zuka meta, but
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised, especially with the rise of the dualies. If people have been using
The rise of the dualies.
dualies.
They have arisen.
The vanilla dualies have been making a showcase, like even more so than Splash. I feel like if you see a crab in the comp, it's usually because of some dualies. Or the Stamper. We're not going to be seeing Stamper Nouveau, perhaps? No crab. Okay.
No crab here today.
Ooh, but I am happy to see we're seeing a range blaster from Return of Wi-Fi Problems.
That was a cool zoom in. I like that.
Ooh, but we are seeing the double zoot coming out from Hyperzone here. They got the shot in the slosher machine.
Yeah, Chris here trying to hold this left stack, trying to hold it, trying to get a pick here, but it seems like the enemy Zuka's coming out, so Chris has to hide here, has to try and not get picked off, but the enemy team is really pushing in on them now. Three are down on the side of Hyperzone. Return of Wi-Fi Problems has control of tower, and they are trying to get control of this left side here.
See, like, that is the one thing you don't want to do when you're facing a blaster is group up on top of each other. We saw the blaster shot one shot and two people went down. It's like that is exactly what you're going for as a blaster player. I feel like it's going to be a close contention between that blaster and the machine because they're both, the AoE weapons, they're both going to be trying to camp those ledges, especially on the offense, so keep an eye out for those.
Yeah, I see Otto here trying to keep that right stack contested, but they were not able to hold it against this team here. This Return of Wi-Fi Problems, just able to keep getting picks, able to keep being aggressive and push up like that.
And it looks like we are going to be seeing Return of Wi-Fi Problems taking the first checkpoint, so that's going to be their first milestone out of the way. And here, right here, see they have two members down off of Hyperzone, and they're able to consolidate all of their manpower to this one checkpoint, and they know the focus is going to be on that checkpoint as well.
And we were talking about momentum here earlier, Imad, and Return of Wi-Fi Problems really does have that momentum down. Once they got that first checkpoint, that second checkpoint was so easy. Now, Miss Slimeball here is trying to get some picks, but Return of Wi-Fi Problems just got wiped out. Hyperzone now able to take control of mid here.
Yeah, that's a huge lead right off the bat. Like, they still have one more checkpoint to get to, but 15, like, they can sit rather comfortably for the rest of this match. They don't have to really push themselves to take any more points off that just because it's going to be difficult. But right now, Hyperzone, they are doing an excellent job of taking that space. They have the Stamper down as well. If they're able to take the fight on the blaster, and they do, that's going to give them a huge advantage in the manpower.
Oh, yep, that's 3 down on the side of Return of Wi-Fi Problems. Now, all of Hyperzone is ready to take them on as they respawn. Otto here using that machine. Oh, they did get picked off, though. Trying to get over that ledge. That's a really good place for them to be with that weapon.
Like we saw that matchup with the machine versus the blaster. Like really, the main difference between the two is like the blaster can do a more, or I guess a more, I can't say the word constant, no, but it does a better job of getting that 2-shot, especially at the range.
Consistent, I think.
Consistent. There you go. It has a more consistent 2-shot, but the machine, especially when it comes to like their optimal range, the machine struggles a bit against the range blaster.
Ooh, there were a lot of picks going back and forth just there, but 3 went down on the side of Return of Wi-Fi Problems. Now Hyperzone is in control of the tower once more. Now the Zuka is going off from Fled, so they're trying to get picks here. They weren't able to get anyone. Oh, with that last shot, they still weren't able to get anyone, but Hyperzone is all up. They are all around the tower. They are trying to get picks. They are trying to hold, and they are at this second checkpoint right now.
We talked about momentum. The momentum has shifted all the way back. Checkpoint number 2 out of the way. Ooh, they just got to take a little bit off this last checkpoint, but they are 2 members down, 3 members down. The last one is nowhere to be found. They are going to be sitting at 21-15, not quite able to take that lead back, but like they were able to shift things around so well. And like with this last minute in the game is really anyone's game at this point.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was a good push right there, but the game is not over yet. We do still have a minute left on the clock. Hyperzone has 2 up right now against Return of Wi-Fi Problems 4 players. Oh, they are trading picks right now, though. 2 are down on Return of Wi-Fi Problems. This is a good opportunity for Hyperzone to retake the tower and retake mid.
I said that Return of the Wi-Fi Problems were able to sit comfortably, but with such a close lead like that, they really do want to be a little bit more aggressive, keep the tower on Hyperzone's side of the map. Like, they don't want to get too aggressive, they don't want to overextend, but like, they don't want to give up any of the space for Hyperzone, but they are currently 2 players down, and so that's like a lot of space going to be taken by Hyperzone. So with 30 seconds left, they are really going to have to regroup and take something just to keep them from getting that last checkpoint.
Yeah, that was a good charger shot from Skippy here. Now, Hyperzone's still trying to take the tower, though. That Zuka is coming out from the side of Hyperzone. They had one on the tower, but they just went down. Is Otto going to take it? Or, oh, the wipeout! Let's see Hyperzone take this tower. Let's see them get this lead.
Oh, 1 point, 2 point, 3 point.
Oh, they got it!
2 seconds, and they're through the checkpoint. If they had a couple more seconds, that would have been the KO. Hyperzone returning it into overtime.
Wow.
I don't even think overtime trigger there. They just ran to take it the last couple of seconds.
Hyperzone just kept the tower. They were able to keep that push going, and they were able to get the lead, I believe, before the time ran out. That's the last second for sure. Oh my goodness. I did not think that they were going to have that at the end there. There was just, they were contested so much by Return of Wi-Fi Problems. There were so many picks going back and forth, but they were able to hold it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the 3 seconds left. They got that lead.
I mean, like, it felt like, you know, Return of Wi-Fi Problems, they had that kind of sweep going that we were talking about, but like the Hyperzone really turned it into a momentum game. They were able to flip that momentum around once they stopped Return of Wi-Fi Problems, and so like even though like they were at a disadvantage for the majority of that match, the fact that they were able to not only get the first of those 2 checkpoints out of the way, but then they were able to keep Return to Wi-Fi Problems from really getting back that momentum. They didn't let them regroup, and so when it came down to it, they were able to just mount a whole nother push right after the first one.
I agree, and I feel they were pretty evenly matched, though, especially since it came down to the wire like that. I feel like both teams were pretty good at trading picks, and the machine and the blaster were both pretty aggressive weapons, as they needed to be on this map. But yeah, it was just a lot of good back and forth and a lot of good play from both sides.
I was going to point out so we had the headed on the side of Hyperzone. They are going up against the pencil on Return to Wi-Fi Problems. Like both of them very solid weapons. I almost want to say that for tower control, especially on Makamar, just having all that enclosed space, having that kind of extra mobility from the headed and then actually the extra paint as well, just like even with the amount of power that the pencil has, it didn't have quite enough room to spread its wings, as it were. Like it couldn't take full advantage of its range, which is kind of what gives a lot of its strength. And so it was able to the head was able to fight on much more even ground. Especially when you saw that second checkpoint, the head just dancing around on the tower, just fighting that pencil. They were able to do so just because the pencil couldn't go at max range.
Yeah, that's a fair observation there. I feel like Charger is known to be really good on that map, but if they could get outplayed like that, maybe we'll see a return of some more Splatlings.
Well, I say that in regards to Crablay because this is absolutely a map where pencil can use their max range. Like you see the grading, you see all the open space. Like the head is going to have a tough time, and I doubt they're going to be doing a direct contention against the pencil. However, we do see a Tentabrella coming out from Hyperzone. That's going to give them a lot of defensive pressure in those open spaces they normally wouldn't have, especially for Clamblitz.
We see Chris here from the side of Hyperzone taking a really aggressive first push, but they did get taken out by Return of Wi-Fi problems pretty quickly. Looks like the three that are left are trying to hold mid here. Wi-Fi Heart over on the right side here, trying to get some paint down, trying to get some picks, while the other members of the team probably trying to collect some clams. Looks like the Blaster has a lot, and this Kraken comes out. Let's see if they can get a pick here. Oh, but the enemy team able to dodge them at the last second.
Just curious to see them running the Kraken 96. I mean, the Kraken 96 is a strong weapon as it is, but like it doesn't really have the kind of presence in clams that it used to, especially because of that new path. But we'll see how they're going to make use of it if it's not for the cheese here. But it is going to be Hyperzone kind of on the aggression here, trying to go for that push rate. They have a power climb in the position, a lot of paint in mid, but just with the nature of this map, it's a bit of a choke point getting to that first, or getting to that basket. And right now, Return of the Wi-Fi is doing a good job of holding that.
Yeah, looks like Hyperzone did try and contest that ramp, and now they are running back as this Kraken from Heart is just ravaging the playing field. They do get taken down though once the Kraken is ended, and Hyperzone is retaking mid here with that Zuka.
That's unfortunate. It's the second time the Kraken wasn't able to really get anyone with that.
Ooh.
With the trade right there. Oh, the pencil was able to get the final shot on that shot, but the shot got the Zuka, and so that's going to be 2 members down. They do have a Crab online. Crab also incredibly strong, but here we go. Seeing that Tentabrella, that's what they want to use it for. Getting past that chokehold, just getting up to the basket.
Yeah, Hyperzone was able to get that clam in. It doesn't look like they're going to be able to score much more, though, as Return of Wi-Fi Problems is being very aggressive on their plat there. They are trying to get more picks here. This Blaster mid Slime Ball trying to push up, trying to keep the enemy out of mid as the rest of the team gathers clams. They do go down on the left, though, because of this.
We're seeing a bit of a, I don't know, it's a bit even in mid right now. We see the paint is not in either team's favor, but Return to Wi-Fi Problems, they are gaining ground. 96 just going for a fight with a shot in that right corner there. But this is getting a little bit scrappy. The 96 does go down, but so does the head, so it's still even. Ooh, and a nice pick from the Blaster. This might give them that opportunity they need, because just Blaster doesn't have a whole lot of paint to work with. Never mind, they don't need paint, they just need splash.
Oh, Miss Slime Ball just needed one more clam to make that power clam, but Minnow here was able to take them out very quickly. Now, Return of Wi-Fi Problems is trying to retake mid here, trying to hold area while they get another power clam. Minnow goes down. Skippy here with the pencil getting some really good paint on the ground for their team to maneuver around.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was talking about. Like, the head tried to go up against the pencil just out in the open like that, and the pencil just had the range and the damage per second to take him out before they could even get into range. So that is going to stall them out for a bit, but Return of the Wi-Fi Problems, they still have 2 members down, so they weren't able to really mount anything off that advantage that they had here. And they're 2 members down again. Here we go. We've seen the specials popping out. They're going to be trying to get the extra little leg there. They just need that power clam.
Ooh, unfortunate the Bazooka from Fled did not get any picks here, but they are still being pretty aggressive here, trying to hold the enemy ramp. Hyperzone trying to find some clams. The edit seems to have almost built a power clam, but just not yet. And now with this crab on the side of Return to Wi-Fi problems, doesn't look like they're going to make much more of their time in mid.
And we saw the Zook getting caught there. We saw that Hyperzone had a lot of paint and were set up for a nice push right there. However, just like they didn't really take advantage of that space that they were creating with that special. So what they were left in mid with just kind of what they had, and then when Return to Wi-Fi popped the specials, they were able to take that. But once again, like once Return to Wi-Fi, they get that nice advantage, they get the control in mid, and then Hyperzone just turns it around on them.
I feel like this slime ball has done that twice this round. Gotten almost a power clam and almost scored it in on that ramp, but they were just alone. They couldn't get it in without the rest of their team there.
And like having that with the range blaster, especially with so much open space, needs that kind of support right there. And then they're getting some nice blast, but then they're just left out of the field. But here comes the crack, and they're looking for some sort of pick, but I don't know exactly what the plan is right there. Oh
no! Did they not know about the cheese?
They did
Did
not-
not know that the cheese was gone? Oh wait, they are still jumping it in. They're able to break the barrier. Is another teammate able to score one clam? Doesn't look like there's anyone there right now. Dev collecting clams here, but the enemy ramp looks like it's all painted blue. They're not going to be able to score another clam in time.
yeah, that's going to be Hyperzone taking this set right there. And I think what happened there was that they were attempting to time the jump so when the Kraken ran out, so they didn't get hit at the recall, but just mistimed their jump. So they still ended up at the recall. They managed to get the clam in, but like we saw, there wasn't any follow-up to get that lead back. And when you tie, whoever gets the clam or the backup first is the one that's going to get that one extra point.
Ah, gosh, that's so unfortunate that worked out that way. It looked like they had a good plan going too. And if Kraken cheese hadn't been patched out, that would have worked wonderfully for them.
I mean, like they still tried it. Like they still tried to get some sort of cheese in, but just like it's a lot more precise, or it requires a lot more precision than it used to.
The Kraken cheese is real in our hearts for real.
For real. That is going to be Hyperzone moving on in the set with a nice 2-0.
Moving on to the semis, right?
Indeed, they're going to be facing off
Against
with
Krill Switch?
Yes.
Ooh.
But it looks like we're still waiting on another team on the opposite side of the bracket. So in the meantime, anything else to add on, Miss Pixie Six?
No, let's break so we can drink water or something.
All right, stay tuned, stay hydrated, and we'll be right back.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to From the Inca 53. It is I, Mad Gamer the Second, and I'm joined by the lovely Ms. Pixie6 once again.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
We are in your From the Ink Up semifinals. We have VQ Vector Query?
Theory, I would think.
Versus Rainfall.
A much easier word to say.
Yes.
I know I've played it against VP Victor Fury in Open before. I've seen that tag in VP stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of other teams that need to be in a queue.
Unless it's like made something up.
We are going to, with being in our semifinals, we're now going to test 5 matchup. First up is the Hagglefish of Zones.
Hagglefish of Zones.
Yes, the Hagglefish of Zones.
Gotcha. I like Hagglefish Zones. I like that it's so. The sides are so closed because of how it's designed, and it's just like 2 long hallways. I know people in Splatoon 3, they don't like hallways. This is different. It's like 3 hallways. Even better. But they're separated, so it has to be strategically maneuvered to get to each side. Otherwise, you'll just be picked off, you know.
I do know that, well, actually, this is not Tower Control. I was going to say that it's a bit more opened up because of Tower Control, but I am wrong. You have some that drop up on the left side of your defense, so like, this could be hard to maneuver. Interesting. Okay. Yes, DQ versus Rainfall. Oh, there's those dually crabs. Oh, the crab dualies I was talking about before. This is the other map mode that people like to use crabs on.
Oh, I was almost gonna say there's no cooler on each side, but it looks like BQ Advi is using a roller that has a an interesting choice. Usually you see the end zaps and you see the pencil. Not usually it is.
No, I was like, you have either pencil or end zaps just for a sheer amount of tools in it, or you have prize boxes, which can be a supportive shooter weapon and also be aggressive with his skill time, but Dynamo is a whole other piece altogether because it has the breaker to kind of get that cooler, but it plays more of a midline or a backline than the other weapons. Very interesting. And pair that with the rapid flow, how they're going
Back and forth. Ooh, that Suga goes down right away. Oh, but it looks like BQ is still holding the zone. They did have 2 go down, but they're still able to maintain their control. They are trying to push up a little bit more now. One goes down on the side of Rainfall. They are continuing to push forward into the enemy area, but looks like they have to push back a little bit trying to stay alive. But they are able to still hold this front area here.
Yeah, because EQ has gotten that early lead, when they got the space, and that just benefits them because the zone is going to be ticking down in their favor. And 9-8, like the points will go down. They have a few seconds left to get that up and within the KO, and they're going to be going for it, 2 points, and they're going to be flipping it back around.
Ooh, Coffee here just got a pick on the left side. That's a good use of the blaster. You don't see a lot of blasters on in comp these days, or at least not this one. Now the crab from the side of Rainfall is trying to get some pace on the zone, but they are taken out by this blaster. Oh, the rest of DQ is able to push up on the enemy ramp here, trying to get more space, trying to get more clicks here, really keeping Rainfall from getting anywhere near their zone.
They're down to 2 points, but they have quite a hefty fight against the and with Bigger was down. The Monsters doing their best to hold onto it for 2 minutes, but they're just going to be really overwhelmed and have to jump out here. But still, there's going to give Rainfall the opportunity to break that. They don't have too many of the failed points in their point value. Really is going down. Ooh, that's going to be that grab to get the crab out of this.
Yeah, I was really impressed how Rainfall was able to take that so quickly once they saw their advantage. They were able to push up. And now that they are pushed up, they are still trying to take space. They are still getting picked here. They are getting the clock still ticking down, even though they have a few members that are going down. Now, the zone is in neutral right now, but it looks like VQ is going to be able to take it now that less members of Rainfall are around to try and contest this.
Yeah, again, with like a point, such an early lead like that, like they every time they take the zone back and add on penalty with rainfall, that's going to give them a little more time. They're basically playing the stall game because it's going to be tough to hold the zone all the way to the KO. But as long as they can just do this full time, like just with quickly and rainfall, that's going to just keep them in that room.
Looks like GT was able to get this zone here. They do only have 2 members, now 3 members right in zone, trying to retake it, trying to re-get space here. Now Rainfall has their 4 members up. Oh, 1 goes down, 2 go down. Looks like VQ is really in control here of mid. They are still trying to paint up, and there they go. They got this match point. Or this match, this I don't know what you call it. I always say match point, but that's what the one at the end is. What would you call this then? It is a match, and they did get the point.
They get the points, they got the match, and that is a KO right there.
Don't say that! People are gonna get confused.
I remember saying that it's gonna be tougher than the whole world they do the KO, but then they went ahead and held it to the KO. Like they got all 100 points they need, and they did not let Rainfall retake it after that. Like, that is good on them.
Did you say game point? That word? Instead of like match point, did you say game point? Like YouTube one game point? Yes.
But that is a something you can do.
Okay. I'm adding that to my lexicon. Thank you. Yeah. Alright, next we've got tower control on ship shape. Ooh, this is a good map for tower control. It's less hallway-like, I feel. It is just it is long. It's hallway-esque, but I feel because of all the different hits and all the different higher up areas, that it's a lot different than your typical hallway map.
I would typically agree with you. However, tower control, like, it really simplifies the map a lot with like a lot of the high vantage points you get from other modes just really get toned down for tower control. There's a lot of poking the ground in the middle there. Like you have the right hit, but it's not used quite as well. Actually, I take that back. That's like a big defensive point right there, especially on the right side for that first checkpoint.
Now we see from both sides still the roller for the Tacticooler on the side of VQ, although we are seeing an end zap on the side of Rainfall now. I believe it was a pencil before. I don't believe it was an end zap.
No, they're using the pencil real quick. They want a little more of a best play. And it seems to be working because that's going to be 3 numbers down off of VQ. That's a full wipeout.
A wipeout 30 seconds in. Let's go.
And that's exactly what you need because that first checkpoint is tough, especially the defensive pressure that comes out of the field. That's that checkpoint right there. That's going to flip a lot of the momentum forward.
Alright, looks like Rainfall is able to try and get this tower a little bit. Oh, but they do have all their members down. The Rainfall members are retreating back to mid, although looks like Play here is really being aggressive with these duels, really getting the pigs here. 2 pigs actually in the last like 5 seconds. They are throwing bombs, they are trying to take more spaces. Their teammates are trying to ride the tower and get more points.
Once again, that's going to be 3% off the queue. I don't know what happened in between the matches, but just a switch has been flipped. Rainfall is getting all the momentum they could ever want. They are taking this all the way home. Like, VQ has not been able to touch the tower in this whole match.
Ooh, 2 pigs get down inside of Rainfall. Oh, it's a wipeout, another wipeout. Oh my goodness. Like one player from Rainfall was still able to hold the tower, able to get this game point. They were able to take this TC crab leg. That was so quick.
That was so quick indeed. Just like we saw Rainfall, they were having trouble getting back into the zone for Zone's Hagglefish, the last one, but then they took control of the tower and they just did not let go of it. Like we saw they went several members down, but was it 2, 3 wipeouts off of VQ? Just not letting go at
There
all.
were multiple wipeouts. That's incredible. Like I would have expected that. It's just like one after the other they kept happening.
And then to end it, there was only literally 1 player in the whole match left alive, and it was on Rainfall there.
feel like Che was the MVP for Rainfall that bad. He just kept getting picks, but just kept rolling around and being sneaky and being unsuspecting. The enemy team was just not able to pin them down.
No, absolutely. I was like, oh, we're getting right into it. Rainmaker Undertow. Oh, this is gonna be the new and improved Undertow as well.
It's true.
I have mixed feelings about this because I know it sounds like a lot of people are liking the fact there's no uninkable on the right side, but I don't know. I don't know. It's like it feels like it's too easy for the attacking team. The defensive team has to try so much harder to keep them out.
True. Alright, looks like B2 here able to get this mid painted. One goes down on the side of Rainfall. Two go down the side of Rainfall. Oh, it's just a lot of back and forth here. No one's really taking it until VQ takes Rainmaker to the left here. There are members that are trying to contest it, but it looks like most of Rainfall is backed up, trying not to get taken out by these very aggressive VQ members.
What is the rapid throw going full in as a front line, taking 2 down with the whale, helping to clean up the third one? That's a nice push for that checkpoint, and they're going to be going even closer to the second point board, but the pressure is going down possibly. He's going to take it down.
Well, I was worried about that unthinkable area there now, that the VQ person was going to be able to just run up there, but a member of Rainfall was able to get behind them and get that pick. Looks like Rainfall is now regrouping on this right side around the Rainmaker, trying to hold space, trying to get closer to mid, trying to hold more before they pick it up or try and pop it from this reset.
Be a bit of a even out of the paint right now, but still, that's a pretty decent push for BC basketball. But honestly, I feel like just a little bit past the pick lane is not safe, especially with those match changes. Rainfall, if they could get the momentum. Oh my goodness, here's that wipeout that we saw before. That's going to be a free checkpoint for them, and they're going to be gunning straight for it. Now the question is, are they going to be able to mount the lead if they need after? You know that V2, they're going to be on the defense. They're all grouped right underneath the V2 is coming out from Rainfall.
Oh!
They're going to get the points, but just barely. That's going to be a 2v2 situation.
Oh, there are still members of Rainfall over there. There is one that took up the Rainmaker, but the rest of their team was not around to help them. They trying to get some picks here, but they were only able to take one out before going down. Now B2 is in a good position to re-push into mid. We do have the Rainmaker. They are going right, but Rainfall is being just as aggressive, getting these, trying to build up their specials on the Neo machine here. We do have a Zuka ready. See if they pop it and try and stop B2 from going any more forward.
I was trying to get concerned when I saw the jump and like, oh no, this is going to be part of the Hail Mary, but no, it was just the Doolies. And the Doolies has a very unique situation of being able to be aggressive, especially to jump in. Speaking of which, grab, getting a nice flat right there, trying to find another one, get that flat that they're looking for, and the Doolies Jay going to be going back in for that aggression.
Using the specials now to try and get more space, but Jay is just being a monster over here, really being threatening for the enemy team. They know that Jay has gotten a lot of picks on them already, but they are just rolling around here in mid, being really aggressive and getting those picks.
Right there, Rainfall does get that. They have that lead, but the Doolies, the main aggressor, is going to be going down here. Getting a pick off the Zap as well, and Zap out right now, and Dooley, there's going to be here. That's going to be the travel. We got the Zeus online, but we'll see if they're able to get off that, but it's looking down and put the nice box in the bomb.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice to go on that right side. It didn't look like the rest of the team had gotten the memo. They weren't there yet. Now, it's like V2 is still trying to be aggressive. Ooh, they got 2 picks down on the side of Rainfall. The Rainmaker is reset. V2 is going to have to pop it. They've got a minute left to try and push that Rainmaker on the left side.
That was Rainmaker played the top right there. Was kind of a stall attack, but it was a bit early to do something like that, but they've regrouped and into a nice flat off the not able to survive play on the Doolies, but they got people going on the side of the Travis to survive the group. another trap, but this is getting a little bit scrappy on the side here.
Ooh.
And team members down off of Rainfall. Ooh, VQ with the Dynamo doing a nice job of rush guard. They just need to get to battle that Travis lead guys, but it is tough right now. This is really what's going on.
A lot of specials are going off from both sides. All of Rainfall is up now, though. They are able to push VQ out of their right side. Oh, but VQ is still really trying to push this Rainmaker. They're really trying to pop it, but Rainfall is just all surrounding it. It is all blue. They cannot touch it a final time.
Yeah, VQ, they almost were able to bring that back there. They're definitely trying incredibly hard, but just that one push from Rainfall, like they held on to that for so well for the rest of that match.
Mm-hmm. They were just really good. They were both so aggressive and just, gosh, Shade here on the replay, just another instance of being that aggressive. Just they truly they are the MVP.
Indeed, indeed. And you're like, we saw the Duelists jump in several times on their own, and they were able to get a trade off of that. But normally you hate to see the jump in because you know they're going to be camping it. But with the Duelists, they're able to do the kind of little dodge roll, and with how aggressive Jay has been doing, like they've been successful in just getting some of those aggressive plays to work.
Goodness. With that first match, we thought BQ was really, holding it down, going to be able to take some more games, but not yet, not so far. But maybe with this clams on Museum, maybe they can come back. They can get another point.
This is match point for Rainfall. They're able to win this. They will be going on to fight the other team in the finals. So this is VQ's last chance to stay in the set.
Looks like no changes on either side for their weapons. I don't believe. As they are pushing into mid here. Looks like VQ is taking up a lot of space with their paint right now. Rainfall is holding back a little bit. They're trying to collect clams though. They have the first power clam. Oh, 3 go down on the side of VQ. Rainfall trying to push here. Stay on the Duel having this power clam. They do go down though. The Coffee and that Blaster. There are 2 power clams on the side of Rainfall though, and they are trying desperately to get up on that enemy flag.
Well, apparently the first comes in and Rainfall has 2 power clams for pushing, but the nature of Clambless that they're ready still to get up for a big push, but then the special came out and DQ just like let them down, took down the ball carriers right when they're push. They were able to take back the ground, but thankfully Jay here will keep that one ball. If they're able to survive the test that DQ are throwing out there, still in a good position to make it play.
Jay here trying to see their aggressive selves, their best selves, getting up on this enemy flat, trying to get a pick. They do get taken down pretty quickly. Coffee here on the Blaster, trying to protect their plat, trying to get this pick, but it looks like they're having a hard time getting it. Ooh, and as they're fighting someone else, someone gets behind from Rainfall, and they're able to score in the power clam. The Crab from Rainfall trying to hold space, but Coffee takes them down. They do have second clams, probably trying to build a tower as the rest of their team is protecting the enemy flat.
Good with Coffee with the Rapid Pro. Like you don't see the Rapid Pro trying to play like a range master, but they were holding their own and still got the flat on that other player. But Rainfall, they did get the power come in, but it was kind of a solo push. Didn't have any follow up. If they were able to maintain their defense, they were able to bounce another push. They could certainly add on to that, but this is what we see all the dynamics that are not here. They have a lot of fun.
They're on the stab here trying to get some picks, but they're not able to get anyone, but they're still being really aggressive. They still are trying to pick up on enemy flat. Oh, Azuka comes out from their teammates. They're not able to get anyone quite yet. Oh, one does go down on the side of BQ. Rainfall has his flat painted. Maybe they are able to score in this other power clam they have in their possession.
That is going to be a little bit safer lead for them. Still not the most ideal lead, but they have a lot of position. Well, I take that back. They are down, and they're going to be getting off that plat, retaking their own plat.
Ooh.
And with the Dreamers down, Coffee is just going for it. Again, the front line rapid broke, followed up by the Dynamo. Like, they've been aggressive. Most of these people that can last but Victor does come out to get the basket in, but there's going to be no go for them going to take it down the ground. I'm trying to think that they're just getting shut down right as they get to the basket.
Mhm. An unfortunate push from them right there. 3 do go down. I feel like that blaster got there trying to get that power climb in, but just did not have the backup to be able to score it. Now, Rainfall here in mid taking most of the plate control here. They here trying to get some power climbs, trying to avoid the enemy killer whale. They are trying to paint up their plat. It looks like they're more defensive position right now as VQ is trying to pick up.
Just whatever Rainfall is doing, they're just mounting on so much aggression onto GQ. Like every time that they have that opportunity, they just kind of lose out on it. Like they misstep or the Rainfall just counter strikes back at them, and then they're left without somebody stand on. And today being one of the primary reasons for that, look at the aggression going up on the block, taking down that run member. If they're able to, they're not able to get back to the final, they are looking to get back to the basket.
Ooh, Rainfall has a very aggressive push here, but number 6 getting taken down as they get up on the flat. Ooh, they able to score a power climb though, but there's not a lot of follow-ups. There is a Zuka out on the side of Rainfall, but they did not get any hits before getting taken down. Looks like VQ is retaking mid here. They do have a power climb in their possession. They are trying to push up. They are trying to score it, but members of Rainfall are still there, contesting their own flat.
He doesn't have a whole lot of power counts that lead back, but at least in dangerous to Rainfall, which does come close to the people have a bit of a gamble there with doing the down. They lost that player advantage, and if we two play with part of the advantage that year, but right now there's definitely nothing to get in. Rainfall really locking down the defense, but the Dynamo says no, and if they're able to, they are able to get the power count, but they're slowly running out of time. Overtime is not going to really wait them.
Oh no!
Even the animation, but it doesn't even matter. The wipeout is going to solidify Rainfall's victory.
Wow. That was a good play from Rainfall. They were just able to keep enough people up to contest VQ's push there. VQ did have an opportunity to try and get that power climb in, but they just kept getting taken down. Oh, that's unfortunate, but good job for Rainfall. They did get this match point.
If you see here on the replay, this was their final attempt to just get back into this again. The Rainfall, they had both. They had the aggression to keep them on the toes, and they also were just, they would not, they did not let reason to just get close to the basket.
All right. Now with this match done, we are going to take a little break before we get to the next round. So stick around and see what happens next.
You're gonna break my heart. You're gonna tear it apart. No matter what you do, I'll still be there for you. And when you call my name, I won't be far away. No matter where you go, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll never be alone. Be alone, be alone. No, you'll You're gonna break my heart. You're gonna tear it apart. No matter what you do, I'll still be there for you.
Infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power, infinite power. Infinite power. Infinite power, power. Infinite power.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to finals for From the Ink Up Week 53. I am Miss Pixie 6. You can call me 6, and I am joined by iMad Gamer II or iMad Gamer the Second, whichever you prefer. I prefer iMad.
Hello, hello. We are in the finals of your From the Inca 53 Hyperzone versus Rainfall. We saw both of them fighting out in their past couple of sets. But this is for all the marbles. This is the match for all the marbles here.
Yes. All the marbles. All the marbles are at stake here. Use all the metaphors.
We're putting all the marbles on a stake.
Let's not do that. Let's instead talk about the upcoming map mode. I believe it is Splat Zones on Mahi. Is that first one?
That would
According to
sound
Node.8.
correct. It is indeed correct, and it is still going to be a best of 5 for our finals match. My zones, though, I feel like this is definitely one of your top 4 map modes.
That's because I love Mahi. So anything on Mahi is going to be my favorite of,
That's what I said,
of
top
the
4.
5. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah. It can only have 4.
If there was a, well, I guess there is Turf War, so technically top 5.
I suppose. Although I would say a lot of Mahi map modes or modes are not competitively viable. So that lessens the pool of Mahi map modes that I can love, unfortunately.
Love competitively, just you can just love them the rest of the time.
That's true.
Oh, here we go, getting started here, and really, I'm curious to see what brings out.
Ooh.
That is gonna be the same comp. Okay, I have been completely thrown for a loop here. No pencil at all. Like there is so much open ground in this middle of the map around the zone. Like you almost always see a pencil here, and neither team has opted for one.
Although I believe that's common on the side of Hyperzone. They haven't been playing with the pencil. They have been playing with that edit player.
That's
I believe
true.
that's Chris here. No, I'm sorry. That's Minnow that's playing the edit. They are pushing this mid area here. One goes down on both sides. Looks like it's pretty back and forth here in mid.
That's right. Yeah, Hyperzone going for that edit tent umbrella combo for just kind of the extra mobility going out to push up the tent, but it is going to be Rainfall with the control of the zone now. They get some nice blasts off of Hyperzone, causing them to back up here, and like, dang, they are really pushed up on them. This is the part of the match where the water hasn't dropped yet, so there's still there's not a whole lot of room to work with, not a whole lot of ground here, but we are so close to getting that water to drop, and here we go, a lot of more open space to work with.
Yeah, as you were saying it, the water level did drop. There is more space on the ground here. Hyperzone able to hold these offensive positions against Rainfall. Although Rainfall is trying to push in the mid here, it is neutral now. Both sides trying to keep paint on. It is still neutral even though, oh, there it goes to Hyperzone. They are getting some picks here. They are trying to push up here. Oh, it looks like Rainfall is having a hard time getting back in.
Indeed, Hyperzone really locking it down. They got the lead back, but they lost 2 of their members in the process. Ooh, and that 52 is going to be going down to the end zap. And it was a bit of a trade there, but this may work out in Hyperzone's favor. Getting down to 30, Rainfall has yet to cap it. They have popped the crab trying to find some sort of value out of it, but no, the flank's going to be shutting it down, and they are still in control. Hyperzone has not lost the zone yet.
Wow, I'm surprised that Che was able to stay alive that long. Their crab got taken out, but they were able to still stay alive, still able to roll around and get a pick there. Now it looks like pick here on the side of Rainfall, able to use that Zuka to get some more space, though Hyperzone does retake the zone. All members of Rainfall are up. They all are on this left side trying to get back to zone here.
And it's going to be Hyperzone with the 2 members down again, but like almost immediately after Rainfall took control of the zone, Hyperzone brought it right back, and it's going to be Rainfall in again control. But they're going to have to watch out for that splat screen right there, and Hyperzone, they're still trying hard to keep the space they had at mid, but they're going to have to force it back up. 3 members down, just the edit left. We're going to see what Rainfall is going to do here, see how far they can push up with this.
Yeah, this map looks really orange right now. That's in Rainfall's favor. all of Hyperzone is pushed back onto their plat. Looks like they're having any trouble trying to get out here, although one does get taken down by Minnow on the edit. Two get taken down by Minnow. They are retaking the zone here. It is in neutral, but they have all of their members on the field now. The members of Rainfall pushed back. They are trying to escape right now, though, trying to build up their specials, trying to get back into mid.
I was just gonna say the downside of having an all-shooter comp like Hyperzone here, you get stuck up on that ledge right there, and you have a machine underneath you. There's not a whole lot you can do to contest it. But the edit, they did some good work. Still putting in some good work, getting 2 members down off of Rainfall, still maintaining that lead. It is going to be Rainfall with the control of mid right now, but still Hyperzone able to break in enough just to add a couple more penalty points is going to give them a little bit of time.
I was impressed with Che right there, able to take down the edit, the Minnow from Hyperzone. But now they are both trying to contest this zone here. 2 are down on the side of Rainfall. They are not able to hold it. There's Che again getting the sneaky pick. Oh, they are trying to go up against this 10th player though. Oh, and they get it. Otto goes down. Che still being a menace, using this crab, getting another pick off of Chris. Minnow, the edit player, running around. Oh wait, this is Fled. Fled goes down. Oh goodness. Rainfall has the zone. It is ticking down, and they are able to get this game point.
That was such a good play by Rainfall. Right as Hyperzone was going to try to break back in again, they were able to win that 1v1, pop the crab, and just really contained Hyperzone to that corner right there, not let them get anywhere close to the zone. And so that just allowed them to get all the way through the penalty points. Not only take the lead, but they got the KO on top of that.
Oh, goodness. I felt like Hyperzone had a pretty good lead there. Only 10 points remaining. They were able to hold it for so long, getting it to just kind of stall the match for so long. But I guess Rainfall just kept it all together and were able to, get it at the end.
Yeah, somehow all of Hyperzone, like all 4 other players just ended up in that corner right there. So like once Rainfall figured that out, they popped the crab. You had the machine coming from the left, and then several other shooters coming from the right. They were just completely boxed in, and just all it took was a couple of crab volleys, and then 2 members down, and the area to clean it up for the wipeout.
All right, I'm at next. We are going to see Rainmaker on Scorched Gorge. All right, how do you feel about this map mode?
I would typically say like this is a nice map for a backline, but both of these teams have not been running any sort of like long range backline. It's been the kind of the headache tent combo for the side of Hyperzone, but Rainfall, they've been going for the full aggro, rocking that end zap for full mobility. So there's definitely gonna be a lot of scrappy fights in mid to begin with, just because the clams, you don't really have an objective until you can get enough clams together. So it's just kind of like, all right, who's gonna take the space and who's gonna hold it the longest?
It is that way on clams. This is Rainmaker though.
Half of what I said is true. They are still, neither team has been rocking the backline, which is pretty handy, even more so for Rainmaker, I would say, because that giant projection in the middle is basically non-existent. So all the open space is doubled. But with Rainmaker having that kind of extra mobility, that extra aggression may fall into Rainfall's favor, especially if they're going to continue with that crab dueling.
Definitely. I feel like this is a good map mode for the more sneaky picks from Che, the more aggressive side. It's really easy to push up on to the ramp when you've got a team that's that aggressive.
All right, hopping in, no changes to the comp on either side, kind of to be expected. I am curious to see, because we saw the Hyperzone, they were rocking that 52, the Deco 52, which does have that splash screen. They haven't really been running up until finals here. So I'm curious what their plan is here.
Yeah, it looks like Rainfall able to take a lot of this area right off the bat, able to paint a lot. But as I say that, Hyperzone is really taking control of mid here. They are going back and forth. One goes down on the side of Hyperzone. One goes down on the side of Rainfall. Ooh, there is a lot of back and forth now with the Zuka not able to get a pick, but the Brella does go down now. Oh, it's very scrappy in mid right now.
I will say that is a good play by Rainfall. They were able to outnumber the 10th relic. They didn't allow the 10th relic to get set up and just got all the way around it. And here we go. The crab's gonna get popped as well. They have control of the Rainmaker, but they're gonna have to watch out. Hyperzone was able to recover pretty quickly, even after losing several of their members. We may see the checkpoint getting broken, but like just the defensive pressure is so solid right now.
Wow, that tent from the side of Hyperzone was really good at pushing Che away from the ramp. Just able to just hold them off. Now Chris here getting some picks on the left side, helping Minnow with the Rainmaker, trying to get up here, trying to get to the pedestal, but they get taken down by Che, doing another sneaky flank over here, getting more picks, trying to push this ramp against the tent.
Yeah, Rainfall is just moving so fast. Like for every little agent they get, they just keep on pushing and towing how far they can keep going with that. Like they're not allowing Hyperzone to really gain ground with just how fast they're able to recover. We do see 2 members of Rainfall down. They still have control of the Rainmaker, but just Hyperzone can't get past the central area.
I would say Hyperzone has really good defense with the tent player and the edit, but aside from that, they just don't have the aggression that Rainfall does.
We'll see if they're able to. Oh, here we go. We see the splash screen go out. Tenchiel get popped as well. If they're able to survive, but they are not able to survive the Zuga shot right before they get the checkpoint. They're going to have to pop the Rainmaker again. They do have the 2 members down, so they could still potentially salvage this, and they do, with a lot of blue map in their favor.
Yes, it looks like a lot of Hyperzone got taken down with that push, though. Rainfall trying to recollect themselves on this left side, trying to keep Hyperzone from being able to push up anymore, but it is still mainly painted blue over there as a member of Hyperzone trying to be sneaky, trying to get a flank. They do have the Rainmaker in their control now. Minnow trying to push up as members of Rainfall still try and contest them, throwing bombs, throwing all the paint they can, and Minnow goes down.
That was such a nice maneuver by Hyperzone right there. Like they instead of just immediately pushing forward, they hopped off the pedestal up into the snipe there, waited until they had kind of some good like control right there. They were just held control, let Rainfall make a mistake or two, and then as soon as the Tenchiel popped out, they ran for it and they got it all the way down to 26, which is such a good lead for Scorch.
Ooh, Otto over here on the right side with that Zuka, not able to get any picks, but they're still being quite aggressive with that Brella, trying to help their mate over here in the corner. Though the Rainmaker is still over here on the left side. They're just fighting over here in this right pit. Nothing really going on for them.
I feel like this is one of the first times that Hyperzone has like a lot of pin control, still control of the Rainmaker, and they're able to hold on to her. Because of how aggressive and fast Rainfall has been so far, they're been able to kind of take that away from Hyperzone when they have that possession. Like now, for instance, we have 3 members down, and the wipeout is here. But look at how much blue map there is right now.
Rainfall using that wipeout to their advantage, pushing up really quickly, painting everywhere, trying to keep Hyperzone from getting back into mid. They are getting their picks. Burden here getting a pick off of Otto, trying to push up, trying to hold that left side. Now trying to pop the Rainmaker as they're trying to make another push. Grab goes off on their side. Oh, and they're getting picks here. Che getting 2 picks as the Rainmaker gets pushed up more on the side of Rainfall. Oh, they got through the checkpoint. Will they be able to push past it?
Oh, Jay with the sneaky play. If they get behind this tent right here, that's going to be such a good play. That's going to be the Azuka down, edit down. 2 members left. It is a 2v2. Oh, they just got to bring it back. No. They get wiped out right at the finish line. They get wiped out, but not quite able to get the lead off of that. And that is going to go to Hyperzone in game 2.
Wow. Gosh, that was a good match. Oh my goodness. I feel like all of the aggression from Rainfall before just did not pay off in the same way. That Hyperzone's kind of slow and steady approach was able to just hold that lead.
No, like they got the points where it mattered. Like they didn't win as many of their engagements against Rainfall, but then like they won the one engagement they needed to get the points, kind of thing. And like when Rainfall, they were really good at recovering and bringing it back, but like that's when, like you said, just like kind of that slow and steady, that rock solid defense really came into play for Hyperzone.
Yeah, goodness. I know that 10th players, we do see them in higher levels of comp, but I feel like it's much less often. But people just generally opt for a more aggressive comp, and you know, just like Rainfall does. And sometimes it pays off, and sometimes it doesn't. And I feel like Hyperzone just really knows what they're good at, and they know how to hold steady.
Well, it's exactly like I was talking about on my stream earlier today. It's just like a lot of weapons. There's a bit of a range between how well the weapon can do on its own and how much work do you need to do to get good with that weapon. And Tenderbrella, it has a lot of good potential. It has a lot of good value, but it just takes so much practice and skill to get to the point to use it in high competitive. Like, it's almost not worth it for a lot of players unless you like really enjoy it. So that's like, you don't see it too often because it can do work. But why pull Tenderbrella out when you can just pull out another V shot when it's just like so easy to pick up?
It's true, but then you get very annoying comps where it's 3 V shots and a pencil, and it's like, why are we doing this? Why are we playing like this? What are we doing?
Exactly. But I feel like that Tenderbrella shield is going to come in handy here. Clampless on Inkbat Art Academy. And like, there's 2 ways to approach the plat. One is on that left side with an Inkable, but the main route that a lot of people try to go for is that front ramp, the Inkable ramp. And like having that 10 shield will kind of like mitigate that choke point.
Alright, as this game starts out, we see Minnow here on the right getting a lot of paint down for their team. Looks like Hyperzone is taking a lot of space here. They do have a few clams to their name. No one in particular looks like they're building a power clam yet. 2 get taken down on the side of Hyperzone. Oh, looks like a member Rainfall was able to get behind them. That's Che again. Che with these flanks, able to push up on the enemy plat right away. Rainfall in a good position to build a power clam, and they get one. Ooh, let's see how much more clams they can find here. They are just being really aggressive, just holding this plat. Doesn't seem like anyone's really going back for clams.
Yeah, Che absolutely understood the assignment. They did not go for the clan, did not go for the objective. They just immediately went for the enemy plat and started taking down members of Hyperzone, and that's just opened up so much for them. And the fact that they were able to get their clan together on top of that to get it down to 2, such good coordination, and they have another power clan for this possession. Now we'll see if Hyperzone is able to recover from that, or is Rainfall going to mount another attack right off the bat?
That was an interesting strategy from Steora on the side of Rainfall. They collected a whole bunch of clams and then threw the power clam back by their own basket, maybe hoping that someone else would pick it up, but it looks like Rainfall is holding it right now. Otto getting a pick on the left side here, trying to hold it for their team. There is no power clam on the side of Hyperzone though. They are just this far pushed up without really a plan in action.
They attempted to make something happen, but it couldn't get the power clamp together in time. We saw the Che coming out, taking out the Tenderbrella, and then once again, just because of how narrow that ramp is and because of the defensive positions, especially that top right area, it's so hard to push up that without kind of that shield, and just Hyperzone was taken out. But now Rainfall, like again, they are in control of mid. They don't have too many power, or they don't have any clams, but like they're knocking on Hyperzone's door right now.
Looks like Rainfall trying to be aggressive, trying to get onto the plat again with that crab, but it gets taken down. Otto here on the left side, really trying to dodge any enemy paint, trying to get back onto the enemy plat, but still they do not have a power clam to their name. They're trying to push, trying to be really aggressive, but at what cost?
Doing a good job. They're taking multiple routes. They're trying to utilize this left side, but it is really just the Tenderbrella right now trying to get onto that plat. The other members are going up onto the ramp here. Well, here we go. The Tenderbrella shield bringing it up for that ramp, but they don't have the power clamp close enough to get it in the back just yet. They're really fighting, but a 3 down might be that opportunity here. We'll see if they have enough clamps to take the lead back.
Yamino was able to get in that power clam. Now Chris getting another power clam in. Now Hyperzone is taking the lead here. They are holding the plat on this left side with Minnow on the edit. Ooh, they are still getting picks here. Not a lot of clams to their name though. Chris able to throw in 3 more before they get taken down. I believe they were able to throw in all 3. I'm not sure.
That was going to be a 3 down for Hyperzone, but they got it down to 30 points, which is a pretty solid lead. They're just going to have to watch out because Rainfall, now that they have repossession, but oh no, taking down the Zuka before they can really get much value out of it, that's going to be huge because that's going to really slow down Rainfall as they try to break back in, and now they're having to watch out for their own defensive side. Chris here really going to town on the left side.
Ooh, Hyperzone's getting really aggressive here, trying to stop Rainfall from being able to do much more. Chris here really taking control of mid, trying to keep Rainfall away. Rainfall now using their specials. Oh, the crab here, just trying to hold this flat. That's a defensive crab.
I honestly have no idea which side of the map we're on right now. This is going so back and forth. And Hyperzone really taking a note out of Rainfall's book and just going right up to their plat, even immediately after getting kind of wiped out like that. And this is going to be Rainfall's basket open. Hyperzone opening up the basket, but it's going to be a wipeout on top of that. So Rainfall is going to be immediately pushing the other basket again.
Rainfall really wanted to take advantage of that wipe. They were able to push a power clam almost onto the enemy plat, but because of how quickly they did it, maybe they weren't as coordinated as they wanted to be, and they get taken down by Hyperzone. Now Hyperzone has good control of their side of mid, but Rainfall not giving up. They are getting this power clam here. Burden trying to get some space, trying to be able to push up. They put down their sodas. Pick here on the Zuka, gets one down. Let's see if they can push up to their plat. Ooh, they are able to get the power clam in. Do they have enough clams to try and get this lead?
Oh, so close, so close. 13 more points, a couple more power clams. They lose their bucket in the process. They're really holding it down here, but the 10 shield might be their undoing. 3 members down. That's going to be delayed wipe. And Hyperzone really holding it down for that last push. I almost thought Rainfall was out of it when they got 3 down, but they brought it back together in time to open it up, almost bringing it back.
I felt so bad for Burden on that roller. They were just trying to collect clams and trying to get back in, but by that time Hyperzone had reformed their defense, were able to just keep Burden from getting anywhere close to the basket and took them down before they were able to score anything.
And it was amazing that, you know, Hyperzone, they were able to, like, we saw how scrappy it was that we lost. I lost count of which side of the map we were on, but then Hyperzone, not only did they break open with the basket, then get wiped out, but they came back in time just to really keep control of their plat. They didn't let Rainfall run away with it after that wipeout.
Now I feel like Clams is a really interesting mode because even though both sides were able to hold really aggressive positions, because at certain times they didn't have the clams, they didn't have enough to build a power, just their push fell apart, they weren't able to do anything with it.
No, yeah, that is the thing about Clampless. It requires so much team coordination, especially when you get into like these kind of this level of team play, finals of From the Cup. If you're not able to coordinate well as a team, especially for a map like Inkblot, it is harder to do any sort of like hero plays to bring it back around. And so just losing out on that one asset, that one member, can really throw a wrench in kind of your plans.
Exactly. Now again, we see TC on Mako Mart. It's the second time tonight that we're seeing this map mode, and oh, I'm guessing it's going to be spicy for both teams, especially for Rainfall with their aggression. I bet it's going to be really interesting to see where Che takes that crab.
Now, like with tower control, you kind of go at a disadvantage needing to have someone on the tower, but because there's just a central point for the objective, is you can make some more riskier plays. You have the ability to kind of make those hero plays if you're able to hold on to the tower on your own. It's difficult, but it can be done, and it's going to come down to kind of that more momentum And the team plays are definitely going to be crucial, but like they want to do so in a less of back and forth, but more like try to get the snowball rolling.
Ooh, from both sides here, I see that Otto is no longer on the tent umbrella. They are now on the Neo machine, trying to get the Azuka still, but maybe being more aggressive, trying to fight off Rainfall.
I seem to remember, I forget which team we were watching play on this map mode, but I do remember the machine coming out for this particular map mode. Tent Umbrella has a lot of good use case, but I don't know if it's because of the mode or just because of how confined the spaces are. It just doesn't have as much room to play as it does on some of the other map modes.
Looks like Che pops Crab on the right here, but Chris is able to take them down pretty quickly. Steora goes down on the tower. Ooh, Chris being really aggressive, just holding space here for Hyper Zone as they recollect themselves and get into mid. All of Rainfall seems to be on this right side for them. Or I'm sorry, on this left side now of the map, just trying to keep Hyperzone from getting close to the tower. They are able to take it for the time being, but oh, it is scrappy in mid right now.
The shot here, taking the 1v2 just long enough to distract the team from the tower, but sadly, even though they got through the checkpoint, it's going to be 3 members down. Last one is getting their run for their life. All of Rainfall trying to hunt them down. But again, Hyperzone with the response time, like they were so distracted with the one player, the rest of the team was able to respawn and reset up. They see the end in sight, they see the victory within their grasp, and they are gunning for it.
Ooh, Fled over here getting 2 picks now. Hyperzone getting the tower here. Ooh, they are able to push up. They are able to be aggressive. Now Minnow holding it down while the rest of their team is able to just run around and get these picks. Rainfall's kind of scurrying over here, trying to find their defensive positions as Hyperzone kind of pushes up on them.
Chris shutting down Shay, still in control of the tower. 2 members down. They're just absolutely locked in. This is their second checkpoint, and so far Rainfall is yet to get more than like 2 members up at a time right now. And there goes another one.
Ooh.
They're just all up in their base right now. 3 members down for Rainfall. Last checkpoint before the KO in this machine. That was all they had to do, and they just did not have enough to stop them.
Wow. Hyperzone getting that last point here. Oh my goodness. And I feel like it went by so quickly. Once they were able to establish their defense, they were just able to hold that tower, and just all they had to do was stand on it, really. The rest of their team was just aggressive enough to hold Rainfall back from getting more close to it.
Yeah, that was like almost a textbook play right there. They went in, they got the tower rolling, and then they got Rainfall down on a stagger. They were able to push up so far into the base. Like, you saw the amount of blue that's supposed to be Rainfall's base right there, and just they couldn't break out. They couldn't reform long enough to get any specials or coordination going.
Wow. Well, with that match, it looks like From the Ink Up Week 53 finals goes to Hyperzone. Congratulations, Hyperzone.
Indeed, indeed. Very well played.
And good job to Rainfall, too.
Of course, of course. In fact, like, congrats to all of our tough cut teams for making it this far. Like, you did heck of a good job just making into the gold bracket and whatnot. So, congrats to our winners, Hyperzone, and yeah, thank you everyone for playing. It was a blast to watch.
Yeah, definitely. And I was going to say thank you everyone for watching, too. Thank you for production, and thank you for, I guess, all of From the Ink Up for putting on this tournament and having it be so good.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Man, I don't have anything else to add. Anything to tell the people, Six?
Yeah, I think you should all follow at IMadGamerII on Twitter and YouTube, and what else you got there, IMad?
I mean, you just about summed it up right there. But like you went ahead and shouted me out. Where the good people find you?
Nowhere. Don't find me.
You can't find me. I do not exist.
Exactly. Close your eyes, spin around 3 times, I'm gone.
With that, we're gonna be closing up for the night. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for watching, and
Thank
we will
you.
catch you on the next From Link Up.
Goodbye, everyone. This was great. Let's do it again next time.